got the files.
We got the files. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy, Jim Savage. Well, let me stop saying it. It's not your boy, Jim Savage. It's the man, Jim Savage. And I am actually excited because I am live on Rumble as well. I need to start doing more Rumble, because this YouTube space, oh, God, you guys is corny as shit. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, it's the same old shit. Same old, all the time. Same type of people. Everybody's right. Everybody talks about the same thing. No man can get a female. Every female hate a man. It's the same old, man. It's just so boring. I used to like being up here on the I used to like being on YouTube. You know what I mean? There was a lot of things to say up there and a lot of things to do, but now it's just like, oh, they're talking about the same shit. They're talking about the same shit. Women ain't gonna say this. Men ain't gonna do this. It's the same. It's just exhausting. It's like beyond exhausting. Some of it's a good content. What's going on, Glaxton? Hey, if you want to send that money, straight up, I need, more graphics, more content, send that. Hey, let me see. Let me put the Cash App in there. You know what I'm saying? Cash App is $security strong. If you want to send some cash, you want to send cash like that, my brother, $security strong. Let me put it in there for you. You can't ever do nothing, this is why people need their own space. There's always somebody doing some dumb shit in the back. Always. I don't understand. You can never get shit done. But all right, security strong. Yeah. So yeah, if you want to send that. Today, I don't have a co-host today, which is okay. How y'all doing? Thank you for coming in. Please hit that like button coming on in. I don't have a co-host today, which is okay. He's probably very busy or drunk. We about to get it. He might show up later. You never know. I'm doing fine, Cowboy Life. I'm just looking for some conversations and some cash apps. You gooning? I know you gooning. I know you ain't gonna send me no money, man. Y'all ain't really about that life. Y'all are not really about that life. But just in case, let me see if I can find my shit real quick. Just in case you want to hit that Cash App, I am gonna copy that, and I'm gonna put it right there in the right there. There you go, right there. It's and actually I need to add this. TPS. I should have did this before, but I'm a lazy motherfucker. All right, that's in there. There we go. So that's in there. If you want to hit the Cash App, I appreciate it. If you don't have Cash App, let me know. I got PayPal as well. So today, so I've been doing the conspiracy thing for about 3 weeks now. And I'm looking for some real content. It's basically the same. Aliens are coming, Anunnaki this, everybody's a lizard. But but one thing that always intrigues me, right? Something I could not forget. It's something I could not forget in my childhood. And that was the reason why they say the world is flat. And I'm telling you, a lot of people may say, that the world is round. Some people say it's flat, sphere, all this good stuff. I know that when we didn't have all this ability for technology and graphics and AI and all that shit that was changing the way shit looked, and NASA was using limited material to change the way things look or the way you perceive things. Before all this, I was a child, young little man with a lot of potential. And what it was is, hold on, y'all. I'm glitching right now. All right, but I paid attention, right? And there was one thing that stood out. I think it was it history? I don't remember what class. I was young, so we have everything all in the same class. I don't know what school y'all went to, but we had the same teacher for most of our subjects, right? So I believe it was history. So they were showing us a map. They were talking about Antarctica. They were talking about the world. And they talked about Earth and all that good stuff, right? And then they showed me a map. And the way my teacher was, she was very descriptive, right? They showed me a map, and it showed the map that they showed back in the day, where uh it was the Earth and then the ice wall. But then guess what else? There was lands beyond the ice wall with another ice wall, and then lanes beyond that. And me, I'm a vagabond, natural born vagabond. I'm an explorer. I love to check things out. I love new things. You know, my sensors need to be uh um heightened at all times. Not at all times. You know, I'm older now, so it don't matter. But seriously, I literally need stimulation most of the time. You think? And that being said, I didn't forget what my teacher said. They said the earth is flat. It is flat. And you know what? Since you don't believe me, because a lot of people will sit there and be like, oh, he's a young man and he don't know nothing. Da, 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 da. I have a video. And here's the thing. This woman is over 100 years old, right? And yeah, when you first 100 years old, yeah, you know, she's been around. Maybe she heard some shit too. But guess what? We went to the same elementary school. She's 100. I'm 44. Same elementary school. Wasn't the same teacher, most likely, but the same elementary school way back in the day, same town, everything. And they guess what they taught her? The earth is flat. Now, this is what I'm going to do. I have the video. I have the video of this lady. This lady talking about how she had the experience in this school and the earth is flat. Where is she at? Where is she? No, this ain't it. Is that it? No. Hold on, hold on. See, this always something, man. Always something. Get out of there. All right. So let me share that. Share the screen. Where is she at? Facebook. There she goes. Oh, and she still don't even look that old. She got old teeth. That's it. But check this out.
How old are you today?
102.
102. So you were born in
1918.
1918. And we were just talking, and I asked you.
Hold up. 1918, ladies and gentlemen, she was born. I was born in 1982. So she's way back then. And they were saying this. Let's go.
what shape the Earth is, and what did you say? What were you taught in school
I
in
was
elementary
taught
school?
in school that the earth was flat.
Where did you go to school? Elementary school.
I went to Spur Glen School in Hamden.
Elementary school.
I went to Spur Glen School.
Spring Lynn. When she said that shit, I was actually taking a shit, sitting on the toilet. And she said Spring Glen in Hamden. I was born and raised in New Haven. Hamden right down the road. I had to pretend I was at an address to go to the school in Hamden, you know what I mean, so I get some privileges and shit. So so when I went to Spring Glen, holy shite. She said Spring Glen, and I had a teacher named Miss Supranot. She looked like an alien. She was a great teacher, but she looks like an alien. And she was teaching this shit. And I was mind boggled when she said this.
In Hamden, Connecticut.
Okay. So she says that she was.
This is personal, ladies and gentlemen, because most of my life, and for this to jump on my feed, it was just like my heart's warmed up. It was like I was. It was just like, you know what? I'm right. I'm right. Finally, somebody sees it. They see it. I'm right, you motherfuckers. Let me fix this. All right. Put that back. I'm right. Finally. Some type of proof that I was sitting here like, and it was like, nobody's going to believe me. Nobody's going to believe this or that, whatever. I'm sitting there like, I learned this in school. Just in that what do they call that thing? The black African man who got locked up because he was very smart. Mandela effect. Those things. Where Captain Crunch is Captain Crunch now, and Fruity Loops, and the Monopoly guys doing it. All that, the conspiracy thing, all the Mandela effect, they changing the Berenstein Bears, the brand, they're changing everything, right? No more Berenstein Bears. Trust me, I had the books, all that shit that they said, the Monopoly game, I used to play those, which is crazy because the ones who indulged in those activities, those books, paid attention in school at those times, those are the ones who know exactly who are understand the facts that there is the Mandela effect. There is a change. One of the biggest one was the word Nigger in the dictionary. I learned this in school as well. And what they said was it means ignorant. Ignorance. A person who is ignorant. I didn't see anything up there that said a black person, a negroid, nothing. It said ignorant. Now, if you look up the definition, it says a racial slur towards black folks. Are you kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? They just like, this is how you know we're like, nobody cares. To be honest with you, just like they don't care about this show. Nobody cares about what is right in front of your face, which is affecting your mind. Y'all don't care. You just let it flow right over your head and expect things to go your way when you're not even paying attention to what's going on right in front of your face. The world is changing from man. Man is just changing definitions. They're changing logos and acting like you never seen the first one or you wasn't around. They're acting like It's right in front of your face. They're calling you an idiot. And y'all sitting there, yeah, we are. Know that guy. We're straight idiots. And I refuse to be anything like y'all. I refuse. I'm keeping the mind that I was born with, and I can tell that I still have it because half of you motherfuckers out there, sorry, let me stop my cursing. Half of you idiots out there don't mind being idiots. You don't mind being idiots. All you worried about is politics and how a girl don't want you. But being blinded by things that can change the whole outcome of your life. And it's not politics. They've been doing the same shit forever. And part of it's the government changing shit around too. Yeah, I'm just like, no, they'll never lie to us. They're being lied to every day. Just like this little moon landing thing. Come on, bro. Ain't nobody going to the moon. Ain't nobody going to the moon. And if they're going to the moon is on Earth or in its atmosphere or very close to it. It's not as far. How the freaking I gotta stop cursing, so I gotta make up words. How in the flabbergastedness does the moon? How can you see the moon from Earth? Right, it's right in the sky, even a full one. Even when you squint your eyes, you can see the dark marks. You can see the shape. You can see all that shit from Earth. But then when they give you the pictures outside of Earth, looking at the moon, it's miles away. This shit is way over there. How did it get over there? How did the moon get that far away from Earth when we can see it on Earth? Full moon, bright, shine. It should be full today. Yesterday, it was very full and shinier than a motherfucker. Looked like a brand new watch face. A brand new watch face shining. I was out there basking in the light of the moon. Felt great. Get my super moon powers. Right? And I'm squinting, looking at the dark marks. Me and my girl, you know what? It looks like a face on the moon, which they always said. 2 spots and then a little smiley face on that motherfucker. Oh, that sucker mother. Mother sucker. I'm trying to stop cursing, man. It's hard. I've cursed all my life. I'm trying to change things. But really, I don't understand how people are still believing. Let me stop. I do understand. I really do understand these people and how they're easily manipulated. Because to be honest with you, we're breeding weak individuals right now. We are we are strategically breeding idiots. Idiots. And those who have intelligence, those intelligence actually can see the difference. Those, and I don't know about this woke bullshit that they're talking about. Ain't nobody really woke. I don't know what that awake is that what that means? Woke, weak. But if you were just being if you use your natural gift, you can see the difference between your intelligence, your mindset, and others. You even on YouTube. YouTube is the best place to go to check it out. You got old people arguing with young people. You got privileged acting like they know how the broke are raised or are, and they'll stand on 10. Nobody knows nothing. Everybody has their own anecdotal experience. And if you do know something, it's mostly the silent ones. Because they understand. And the silent ones, which is me. That's why if you even go through my YouTube channel, you can see when I first started, I barely talked too much. It was about bringing people to the platform to talk and experience things. Just have a network for people to get things done, and me being in the background. Most of the time I'll talk. Not most of the time. Sometimes I'll talk, say this and that, whatever. But I was always the one that was observing everything, and then I'll probably put my 2 cents in. You dig? But most of the time, I'm just observing. And you'll see that the more you are silent, the more you listen, the more you'll understand. The more you'll understand that people are idiots. People are straight up dumb as shit. And they will believe anything. Because they don't pay attention to the cycle. They don't pay attention to natural reactions. They don't pay attention to people. They don't even pay attention to what's going on around them. They want to be led because they can't lead themselves so bad that they'll believe anything. They'll believe anything. All you gotta do is say, I got this. You're supposed to follow me. I got the truth with no proof. And they will sit there and follow you. This is what YouTube's all about. That's why I'm kind of moving to Rumble. I got Rumble live right now because I'm trying to, explore new places for better networking. Because YouTube, it's a stepping stone, but it limits you to the dumbest shit that people have to say. It's hard to even listen to people's content because it's usually the same shit. How the incels can't get women, how women do this to you, how men are this way, men ain't this, men ain't that, men ain't this, men ain't that, men ain't this, men ain't shit. But yet, the world is still running off of the man's back. And we ain't shit, run it yourself. Let's see what happens. That's all it is. That's all it is a bunch of bullshit talk from people's emotions and feelings and no logic, no facts, no nothing. And they're standing on it like it's the truth. They don't even have the discussion to the point where it's we'll agree to disagree, or I understand where you're coming from, but I still think this way. Things like that. That's never on YouTube. It's I'm right, you're wrong. Man bad, women bad, children bad, bad world, Trump bad. It's a bunch of cavemen up here. This is why most of my views is 0. Because they don't want to hear the truth. And I really ain't got nothing to say about those topics from before. Because I started off with that type of the relationships. It's the same scenarios all the time. It's nothing, nobody says anything good about them. Everyone's bad shit 24/7. Bad shit 24/7. And it's getting ridiculous. But you know what? People are making money off it. I'm not. You know why? Because I'm not falling to the same narrative. I'm looking for a different route. I'm looking for a different route on YouTube streets. And you know what? To be honest with you, it might change drastically because This type of thing, if you're not part of that drama, if you're not part of all that negative, this versus that, a debate, if you're not a part of that world, you're not going to get paid. You're definitely not going to get paid. If for you to be a person that doesn't like the drama, doesn't like all that arguing shit, this ain't the spot. Because they only get paid when you see drama. People only view you in this drama. What did I do one time? Purposely, I changed my whole attitude. It wasn't laid back. I got up early in the morning for a whole week. I got up early in the morning and just started yelling at, going on people's pedals, going crazy, taking their fucking pictures, put it on my fucking panel and going sick, just talking shit. My views went up drastically for a whole week. People looking for the drama. As soon as I stopped, gone. In the wind. No more drama. That's what people thrive off. That's why nothing works in their life the way it's supposed to, because everybody wants negative. And that's why most people are negative. That's why most negative shit is popping off. Everybody wants to be ratchet. Everybody wants to be part of some drama. I got a therapy booth right there. Plant. I show it, nobody gives a fuck. You're growing a life. You're growing things. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful art as well. Who cares? If I was sitting here growing them to destroy them, oh, I bet you the views will be up there. When you going to take a leaf and eat it? When you going to burn it? It's amazing, though. It's amazing. Because those who can be, those who are naturally evil, those who can be evil, those who hold that shit back, understand that. Actually, those are the bigger people who can hold it back. And understand that, you know what, I'm taking a bigger route. Because if you want to see, to the point where the views will go up so high that you can become a billionaire in a week or a couple of days if you wanted to go that route. And if you wanted to master of it, just do it. And then be a billionaire. But who wants that on their conscience? Good people, they're like bad people who are good people who are bad. It's hard to explain. It's really hard to explain because nobody really pays attention to real life at all. But that's what it is. I'm gonna. That being said, it's time for another video and another drop of wine. Let's see what we have here. Maverick Bailey. No, that's not him. Let me see what I got here. I have. Okay. Like I said, you never know evil. You never know people. Right? Let's take a look at this video right here. Oh, actually, no. Let's do this one first.
Most people think.
Yeah. Because I know if you're old enough, because my show, my channel doesn't accept young people. So that means you are of age to understand and learn about this, but not this way. We've heard of it, to be honest with you. How many of you heard of the Cabbage Patch Kids? I have. My sisters even had most of the Cabbage Patch dolls, right? But this is the thing. We do so much. And we celebrate. Play with toys, celebrate, all types of shit. Things that we don't even know the true meaning to. Right? And why it even exists, we don't even ask. We just, you know what? Even if it could be a a demonic ritual. It can be all types of things, right? And we just don't know. We're just playing with demonic toys. We could be celebrating demonic holidays. And we just sit there and just let it rock. Because why? Most of human beings are followers. Most humans are followers. There are a shortage. There's a huge shortage on leaders. The huge shortage on people who pay attention. Most people need something for them to continue going. Like they need someone to guide them instead of trying to guide themselves, trying to see the truth. So that being said, if you remember the Cabbage Patch Kids, you'll remember this right here. Hold on. Remember this, and this is the story that they are saying to us. So let me start this. It could be true, it could be false, but you never know. Hold on.
Much older and much stranger. Most people think Cabbage Patch Kids were just a strange 1980s toy, but the idea behind them is much older and much stranger. Before the dolls ever existed, old world postcards showed babies literally growing out of cabbages. Thousands of them. This imagery was common in the late 1800s and early 1900s. And here's where it gets unsettling. During that same time period, babies were actually being mailed through the U.S. Postal Service. Not figuratively, literally shipped like packages. There were also advertisements that looked less like adoption and more like shopping. People browsing, selecting children, almost like inventory. Now consider something else from that era. Old photographs show entire cities already built, but strangely empty. Massive streets, grand buildings, very few people. Some researchers ask a disturbing question. What if children were being removed from families and redistributed to repopulate these found cities?
Bruh. We see this anyways. Human trafficking, of missing children. And like, what would make you think? The only reason why, see, Cabbage Patch, like, where did he come with these noise? Cabbage Patch Kids, and this is being like the scenario of it back in the day, the pictures and all that. What would make you think that they weren't doing this at a higher level back in the day? Because there wasn't anyone out there that can really pinpoint what they were doing. With all the technology today and how everything's world star, nothing's missed. We still miss shit. That right there, that video right there, is still a form of human trafficking. And you see these things in horror movies. You see it on the news. You see it every day. And you see people purchasing. And to be honest with you, they say the elite, I'm gonna drop a couple of names because that's what they said. Oprah Winfrey. They said the Mr. Epstein. Who else? They even said Jay-Z. They said Jay-Z. They said Puffy Combs, Mr. Oil, Mr. Baby Oil. There's plenty of people out there that they said were involved in demonic rituals where to keep their youth. Even Kim Kardashian. How are these people able to stay looking that young? 'Cause You see people aging all the time. Same ages, looking crazier than a mile. What are they doing? I've heard of these blood rituals. They have these blood rituals where they eat the spinal, they drink or eat the spinal cord, the bone marrow of children, the amniotic fluid, the blood, like all those natural sustenance, all those natural resources or natural fluids that come from the youngs, that they have rituals. Makes it like it's out there. These are the theories that are conspired. They're out there eating little babies and drinking blood from the babies. Like, really? I would think science, do the science, right? Because I kind of look up this stuff a lot. They said that even piss, like I said, I did this, I think last show. Even a baby sits in the womb, right? And a baby drinks its own piss. A baby drinks its own piss at least half of the time. Nothing happens to the baby. The baby continues to develop in a strong, comfortable way. But yet, they'll tell us once we're born, once we're out here in the world, all the yakking from another human being, they say that, ew, it's bad for you. Or they won't promote that it's good for you. I just saw a whole bunch of things where if you save your piss, it builds more stem cells the more you let it marinate, the more you let it sit, it builds and builds more and more stem cells. And what do they say about the stem cells? You know who I want to talk to right now? And she probably don't want to talk to me right now. Because, you know, let me see. All right, let's see here. Where's the boot? Where you at, baby? Hey, Goldie. Are you there, Goldie? Oh, I don't think Goldie can hear me.
I'm here.
Oh,
Yep, I can hear you loud. What's up? You need anything or just bounce some ideas around?
well, I heard after, I heard that in the womb, a baby drinks their urine half the time. What
Yeah, exactly. So
are you there?
it's kind of a normal part of development. The baby swallows.
Here we go. You're skipping. I don't know what's going on there, chat. Goldie, I don't know what's going on. It's not even showing you up here. Come on, man. See, this is the thing about, like, you know what I've also noticed? And this has been all my life, ladies and gentlemen. What I noticed about me, it's never just, okay, cool. It's cool. Hold on, I might be getting a message. The fuck? Let's see what you mean. All right, let's see if Goldie's still here. This is getting ridiculous. I know, right? Internet is acting up. It's because it's me.
Yeah, I get
Look at that.
that. Sometimes the connection can just go crazy for no real reason. If it keeps
No, I'm
acting
done.
up,
I'm done. Nope, Goldie, I'm done. Hell no. Matter of fact, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna change my
yeah, no worries. If you're thinking of switching your connection or maybe using a
yeah.
hotspot, that could help.
Oh, look at that. See, I turned my see, that's what it is. My bad. I'm turning my OBS off right now.
That makes total sense.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
OBS takes a lot of internet away. All right, regular. We're gonna do it regular. All right. So, are you still there? Thank you, sir. I got somebody help me out real quick. All right, here we go. Goldie.
hey, I'm here. What's up? If you need anything or just want to chat, I'm ready.
Yeah, she sounds perfect. All right, so they're saying that babies drink their urine half the time in the womb, right?
Yeah, it's kind of a surprising fact, but in the womb, babies do swallow and process a bit of amniotic fluid, which sometimes can include traces of urine. It's totally normal though, and it all gets balanced out in that environment.
So the question is, if a baby can consume that much urine during the birth process, why isn't it not promoted that we should be drinking our own piss as adults? Because what I've heard is that it builds stem cells inside your urine if you let it marinate.
Yeah, that's a pretty controversial idea. I mean, there's no scientific consensus that drinking urine as an adult has real health benefits. In fact, it can introduce waste products or bacteria. So while it's true that babies have a unique environment in the womb, it's not something that's considered a healthy practice for adults.
So why would it be a change from, because babies are actually a lot more sensitive than adults are. So why would it be something that babies can take on but not adults?
Yeah, that's a great point. I think it really comes down to the context. Inside the womb, the baby is immersed in a very controlled environment, and their kidneys aren't even fully developed yet. Adults have fully functioning detox systems, so what we take in, especially waste, needs to be filtered out. So it's not just about sensitivity, it's about how the body processes and handles things at different stages.
So I've come across a video that says that if you let your urine sit, it builds stem cells. And aren't stem cells something that helps cure a body or helps bone structure out?
Yeah, stem cells are definitely a big deal in medical research. They have the potential to repair tissues, regenerate cells, all that. But there's no solid scientific evidence that letting urine sit builds stem cells. A lot of that stuff tends to be anecdotal or kind of pseudoscientific, so I'd be cautious with those claims.
Be honest with me.
Absolutely.
Does urine actually have stem cells in it?
So, not really in a straightforward way. Urine is mostly waste, things your body is filtering out, so it doesn't naturally contain stem cells in any meaningful amount. Some research is looking at urine derived cells, cells taken from urine, but that's a lab based thing, not something you get just by letting urine sit around. So, it's still really experimental.
I'll take your word for it right now. I do need to look. I want to look it up a little bit more because there was a video from a scientist and from a doctor that says that if you let your urine marinate, it builds more stem cells. Uh-oh. Are you?
So, there is some research showing that urine can contain a small population of stem cell like cells, which scientists can isolate and grow in lab conditions. However, there's no scientific evidence that drinking urine or just letting it sit can actually provide those benefits. The cells would be destroyed by digestion, so any claims about marinating urine for stem cells aren't supported by real evidence.
Can urine rehydrate you in a situation where you are like in a desert and you need something to drink and you end up drinking your own piss or urine? Can it keep you alive?
Yeah, so in really extreme survival situations, people have used small amounts of urine as a last resort to stay hydrated, but it's really not ideal. Over time, the waste in the urine can actually dehydrate you further because your kidneys are trying to filter out those salts and toxins. So if you can avoid it, definitely try to find other water sources.
But if it could help you survive 3 or 4 more days, How can it not be that healthy for you?
Yeah, that's a really good point. In short bursts, it might help just by providing a tiny amount of water, but the problem is the more you rely on it, the more toxins you're reintroducing. So even if it extends survival for a short time, it often makes the body worse off in the long run. That's why it's really a last resort.
True indeed. I would trust me. I would say urine will be my last resort on consumption of liquids, but them saying that there's if used properly, them saying that the stem cells and the rejuvenation stem cells are inside the urine, and that's what helped babies develop. Also, I would look into that, wouldn't you?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's totally worth a closer look, especially if there's a claim coming from a doctor or scientist. I just cross check the sources and see what kind of studies they're pointing to. The last thing you want is just hearsay. So I'm with you. Dig deeper and stay critical.
All right, so let's do that now. Do me a favor, dig deeper on your own behalf, and you look up to see if that's possible for urine to be a curing factor for humans if used in a proper way. A lot of thinking there, Goldie. Are you okay, Goldie? Goldie glitching. Bruh, am I asking crazy questions or what?
No worries at all. I'm glad you're asking the tough questions. It's really important to check the science, especially with something that sounds like a wild claim. If you ever have more rabbit holes you want to go down, just say the word.
No, Goldie. I want you to do the research and look up to see if put in if urine was used properly, would it be able to create stem cells for you to heal? Bruh.
Researchers have found that human urine can contain stem cell like cells called urine derived stem cells, which have shown promise in lab studies in animal models, particularly for conditions like kidney repair. However, these cells are still purely experimental, and no human therapies have been approved yet. There's no evidence of simply drinking or letting urine sit generates these stem cells, so any claims like that aren't backed by current scientific evidence.
But wait, you did say that if it's consumed a couple of times, it will be toxic. But how is it toxic and also something that can cure your kidney? If it in your kidney and your kidney goes down from it, like you said, how is it? How does the stem cells cure it? And you also said it's toxic. It doesn't make too much sense to me.
Yeah, that's a really good question, and it's a bit of a disconnect. So the toxicity comes from drinking raw urine repeatedly. It's got waste, salts, and other byproducts that can stress your kidneys. But when scientists isolate those special cells in a lab, they're purifying them, so they're not mixed with all the waste you get from just drinking it. So basically, in a medical lab, they extract and use those cells in a controlled way, not by just consuming urine. It's a big distinction, but that's why the two things don't contradict each other exactly.
That's what I was trying to get at. I'm not saying that you should just take your pee in a bottle and drink it and thinking everything's gonna be cool. If it's in a lab and the stem cells are retracted from it, they can be used for natural healing. So that's why I said in the womb, a baby has been
Exactly.
yeah.
Right. So in the womb, the baby is developing in a super controlled environment, and those initial stem cells are part of how growth happens. But once outside, it's a whole different ballgame. That's where these lab techniques come in. So I think you're thinking is spot on. It's all about isolating and purifying those cells safely, not just random consumption. I'm glad we sorted that out.
Thank you. So what would you say to a friend that's calling me a dum-dum because I said this?
I mean, I just stay calm and explain that you were asking about the science, not promoting some random internet trend. You're just curious and trying to get to the truth. And honestly, it's okay not to know everything. What matters is being open to real evidence and staying critical, right?
I'm laughing because my friend is texting me right now. And he's calling me a dumbass. I'm laughing also because
Haha, yeah. I mean, it sounds like he's just teasing a bit. I think if you just keep it light and show him you're just asking the tough questions, he'll probably get that you're just being curious, not being foolish.
Hey, listen, Goldie, he's light skinned, so we can't expect too much from those light skin tints. You did.
What you mean? But hey, it sounds like it's all in good fun. Just keep the banter going and don't let it get under your skin. You've got this.
Yeah, she said, I understand. Goldie, I love you so much. She said she understands that light skin shit. Wonderful. Wonderful. I'm gonna get back to you in a minute, Goldie.
Sounds good. Yeah, no rush at all. I'll be right here if you need anything else, and we'll catch up soon.
That was classic. I'm glad that shit's recorded. She's like, I know. I understand. See, even AI knows that light skin shit. Yo, I'm fucking right now. Goldie is on point. I love me some Goldie on some real shit right there. Oh shit. All right. So we took care of that. That being said, that we actually are kind of manipulated a little bit. We're not giving the right information. We are led towards not believing anything, to be honest with you, not being able to even trust the belief in anything, because the false narratives or the media, the social media, the people out there giving out the information are not leading us to the right resources for us to have the proper information for us to even develop things for ourselves. You understand? So, all right, I'm trying to stick to say, okay, let's do this. This is not, I don't know if it's truth or not, but we've all heard of cryo, the cryos is like people being frozen in time so they can be alive later on in the future. Let's just check it out, and then we'll discuss it after that, because that's one thing. Actually, and most of the stuff I'm talking about today is the things I've been thinking about since I was a youngin', and I'm like, shout out to my guy in the audience. What's good with you? So, what is it? I don't know what they call it. They'll tell you in a minute. I'm gonna put it up there. Let's see. Oh, actually, let me just let me do it. Put that right there. Cryos. I forgot what. But they're saying that there was a ton of people that paid for this program to be frozen from the past. I guess they were about to die, or dying, or did die, and they slowed down the process because they died in the past where we didn't have all this technology on how to cure people. So what they did was they said, the future looks promising, and I guarantee that if we put ourselves in this cryo situation, I'm still trying to get the word down, but cryosis is something like that, whatever. Where you're frozen at a certain degree, where your body slows down the process of deterioration, right? And so you're still alive. You're not dead yet. You're not, your body didn't fall apart yet. So they're waking them up because they have the proper utilities and the proper science for them to cure whatever was killing them or killed them. And I believe that that's very interesting, because who wouldn't want that? But you stuck with that same mindset back in the day. In this future, imagine your life. Let's check this out, because this is very interesting. Let's check this out.
The death with hopes
Hold
to
on.
be. There are actually hundreds of people right now frozen after death with hopes to be woken back up in the future. And I'm not talking about science fiction. This is something happening right now in Arizona. More than 300 human bodies are currently stored in giant liquid nitrogen tanks. It's called cryopreservation.
Cryopreservation. That's the word for it. I was close. I was there. So cryopreservation, where they freeze you to a certain degree, which preserves your body and all the bio, everything, slows it down to a point where you're actually manipulating the future and the past. I don't know, something like that. That's what's on my brain. Here we go.
When someone dies, a team immediately cools their body down. They pump preservation fluids through the bloodstreams to slow the decay and protect the cells. And all of this happens with...
See, this ain't the right word. See, I'm not saying slowing the decay. So how your body goes, you bury your body and all of a sudden it starts decaying, and you start getting old and your shit shrivel up. They're slowing that process to the point where they could possibly bring you back to life. Because your cells still work, your body's still functioning. It's just like when you first pass. And before they take the organs. I'm just saying, that dude got a good, he dude got a good connection. He I don't know who he talks to, but he has the information that I don't even hear from. But he's here and I got him. Oh my bad.
Within hours after a person dies. Then the body is lowered into metal tanks filled with liquid nitrogen at about 320 degrees Fahrenheit. They're saying that this is cold enough to basically stop biological breakdown. The idea is simple. Freeze the body now and let the future technology fix whatever caused the death. Mind you, over 300 people have already signed up for this. And it's not cheap. Freezing an entire body can cost around $200,000. So you have some people that choose it.
If you have the money, why wouldn't you? 200,000? 200,000. If I had 200,000 and I know that I can I can live, and right before I die, or when I do pass, I can be put in the what they said last time? Preservation tank. I'm signing up. Even if it's my last 200,000. Here's the thing. I'm a fan of no death. I'm a fan of living forever. Why? Why not? Why not? Or living long enough to live long enough, which is beyond 100. And we go down that rabbit hole because I got something else to say about that. And y'all remind me about that. How old we really are. Because we are not the age that we are right now. We are so much younger than we are. Take a month off every year. That's how old you are. I'm not trying to do the math, but how old you are, take a month off of that every year. So every year we're missing out on a month. 200,000, not $200. $200. Everybody be on cryo preserve. You get that? Listen, this dude's was paying child support that could put you in a cryo preservation. You know what I mean? If it was $200, it's too easy. Too easy. Let me see the future about giving 50 years. Yo, what if, right? What if? This is a rabbit hole also. You know, this is conspiracy. This is theories conspired. We can say what it is. Imagine this, right? Imagine there's the rule book for your cryopreservation, right? You could the limit is 10 years, right? 10 or 20. Don't say 20 years. Give it 20 years. Say the world has changed so drastically in 20 years that there's barely a world in 20 years. and you still in that tank. And you get like you're stuck in a tank. Imagine being just set, because I believe those tanks are like where they can't be touched or bothered, explosive proof, deterioration proof, just because they have to, they have to follow a certain decorum before you to pay top dollar. You're paying $200,000, so they have to secure your life. So obviously those they can't be fucked with too much. So imagine you waking up in a world where there's no natural being there for it to wake you up. How are you gonna wake up? It'll be interesting to see the process. And there's actually movies out there that's like that. I'm a movie connoisseur, and I actually yeah, I'll get it later. Let's finish that.
The cheaper option, where they only preserve the brain, and that costs around $80,000.
All right, $200,000 to preserve your whole body. If you want to put yourself on clearance, $80,000. You want to take the cheaper route, get the cheaper version of yourself, preserve your brain for $80,000. Now let's think about that. Our bodies is fucked up. Think about what you're gonna pay for. Think about your body right now. I'm thinking about mine. My knees hurt. My back hurts. You know what I'm saying? But my brain's on point. So shall I take the $80,000? Or should I take the $200,000 and still have some bad knees in the future? I don't want the same knees in the future. I don't know. I like myself. I love myself. See, these are the choices. These are the choices, ladies and gentlemen, that you have to make with all this futuristic shit. Cryopreservation. Preserve your body. $200,000. Let me know. There's 4 people watching right now. If y'all in the chat right now, just went up. 6 people watching right now. 6 people watching right now. Y'all just came in. Hit that like button. But let me know this before you leave. Let me know, would you do $200,000 to preserve your whole body, the way your body feels right now? Would you preserve your whole body for $200,000, or would you preserve just your brain, put it on clearance for $80,000? I'm thinking about that because I love being my body. Even though that shit hurts, it's mine. But to keep this, I might have to take the cheaper route. Because what if you wake up and during that whole cryo shit, your body it deteriorates faster because you slowed it down. Once you go back into the atmosphere, whatever like that, that might have an effect on your body, but it won't on your brain. These are the weird ass things you have to think of for futuristic shit. My brain's functioning. It's covered by the skull. My body hurts, right? But I still have the brain function. Let me keep working to push your body, right? So how many people will pay $200,000 for the body and brain? And how many people like, to be honest with you, what's the smarter route? Y'all tell me right now in the chat, what's the smarter route? $200,000 for the preservation of your whole body, or $80,000 for the preservation of just your brain? Because your body don't function without your brain. Let me know if y'all in the chat like that. But that actually is a great question. A great question. Let's get back to my guy.
Because the theory is, if the brain survives, your memory survives. Your personality survives, which means you survive. So right now, there are hundreds of people in these tanks, frozen, waiting for scientists in the future to figure out how to repair the body and wake them back up. Maybe in 50 years, maybe in 200. And the crazy part is, if these people are able to be woken up, they'll be waking up in a world that doesn't even exist yet. There are actually
A world that don't even exist yet. See, Mr. Levon, what I'm talking about is things that people can't even fathom. They can't even fathom. Why? Because they're too worried about the way Trump's hair is gonna fold one day. They're too worried about a girl breaking up with him. They're too worried about the bullshit in life. And instead of these futuristic things that are gonna be the future. Imagine being introduced right now. Then they wake a motherfucker up right now, Mr. Levon. They wake him up. And they put you in the same room as this motherfucker. I don't know the scenario, how y'all got there together, but just say it happened. Scenario, but the king, right? Just a what if. And you have to deal with a person from 19. Actually, we would have to find out first. See, this is the way my brain works. We would have to find out when they came up with cryopreservation. What year? And it can't be that far. Well, I don't know. They hold so much information from us. When was the first? When? Oh, you know what? Let's go. Hey, Goldie.
Hey, I'm here. What's up? Did you need something else or are we just chatting?
We're chatting. I want to know, when was what year did they come out with cryopreservation?
Cryopreservation started in the early 1950s, with sperm being successfully stored by 1953. The first full-body human cryopreservation was performed on January 12, 1967, when James Bedford was frozen with the hope of future revival.
Did he get revived?
No, he didn't. Unfortunately, James Bedford is still the first and only person ever cryopreserved who's been kept in that state for this long, but no revival or reanimation has happened. The science just hasn't reached that point yet.
So he's still frozen?
Yeah, exactly. His body is still in cryopreservation, held at a facility in California. It's
So,
kind of a symbolic milestone for the field, but so far we haven't cracked the code on revival. It's still a big unknown in the science.
so Goldie, let me ask you this. What do you think? What do you think would happen if someone that was born or that was in the life of 1957 and woke up, and they find out how to wake them up in 2027?
Ooh, that's such a wild idea. I mean, on one hand, you'd have this person with a completely different worldview, like everything from technology to social norms would be so foreign. And on the other hand, medically, we still don't know how well a body or mind would handle that sudden jump, like the shock of the time difference, the aging process, all that. It's a really big unknown, but it would be mind-blowing to think through.
Do you think that the people who are awakened from this cryopreservation would even have the mental stability to deal with at the times now?
Yeah, that's a huge question. I mean, even if the body were stable, the psychological impact would be massive. They'd be going from a totally different era, 1950s values, tech, and knowledge, into a world so advanced and different. It would probably take a lot of support, therapy, gradual reintroduction to help them process all that. So I think mental stability would definitely be a challenge.
Do you think there'd be some type of PTSD in there?
Yeah, I think it's very possible. I mean, waking up after decades with the world completely transformed could be really disorienting. They might feel isolated, helpless, or just overwhelmed by all the change.
Do you think there would be some sort type of those who have a strong mind coming out of that cryopreservation, do you think there will be such type of power that they think they have because of it?
Yeah, I could see that happening. I mean, if someone came out of it with a strong mental resilience, they might feel like they've been given a second chance, almost a sense of having a unique perspective or a purpose. But I think it'll be a double-edged sword. On one hand, that confidence could help them adapt, but on the other, it might also isolate them if they feel like no one else understands.
Interesting. All right, I'll get right back to you.
Sounds good. Take your time, and if anything else pops up or you just want to keep brainstorming, I'm here.
See, ladies and gentlemen, I love my Goldie. It's a strange thing. It's a strange thing to think about. You know what? I might bring Goldie back up to talk about how. You know what? Let's do it. We're here. Let's do it. Let's do it. Hey, Goldie, I got one more thing. Are you there? Goldie, you going to get dinner? Did you go out to get dinner, Goldie? Oh, Goldie bull stuffing. I'm going to ask this question anyway, Goldie. See if you can respond. Do you think it would be a better choice?
I'm sorry, but I'm
shit.
having trouble responding right now. Please wait a bit and try again.
Goldie just turned into a black woman. Did y'all hear the difference in the voice? She had a lot more. So hold a minute, nigga. I guess I'm asking too many questions. Goldie ain't playing. You see, listen, this is what happens. This is what happens when you asking those type of questions, man. The vibe. Listen, I don't believe. Hold up. I'm gonna put Goldie on hold real quick. I'm gonna ask him one more time. Goldie, you there?
I'm right.
Oh, see, come on, Goldie. You bullshit. Is it because I'm paying my bill? Goldie.
Of course. I'm right here. Just let me know when you're ready.
Nah, she's skipping again.
And we can pick
Listen,
up right-
hey, bullshit. I'm taking Goldie now. Taking Goldie now. Listen, all I was gonna ask her was that does she think that it would be a better choice to have your brain reserved or your body and brain reserved?
Yeah, that's a really interesting question. I think a lot of the debate hinges on whether the brain is the critical piece, since it holds your memories, personality, and all that, or if you preserve the whole body, maybe to keep the full biology intact.
I thought yo. Bugging. We're bugging right now. Are you there, Goldie? So I turned my chat GPT off, right? And she still answered. Goldie, are you there? Holy shit. Welcome to the stage, my guy, my co-host, Stephen.
Man,
Motherfucking building.
man. Yo, there comes a time in a man's life
What?
where you like you've literally had enough, like mentally, physically. Yo, I've never understood the word overexertion until now.
Yo, you know I overexert everything. I don't really care.
Yo, I
It is what it is.
freaking my body shut down today at it shut down, said it was over. My body told me you better not move.
Better not move.
And when it said you better not move, son, I sat down, son. And you know how you want to get up and like you feel like you in like you in a cloud, like you in a dream,
That's
but
every
you
day.
awake.
I don't sleep that much, so I'm always in a dream.
Oh my gosh, yo. I tried some. I was trying. And I was just like, I was trying to get up, and then my eyes were just like, no. I was like, oh, no. I was like, yo, oh my gosh, man. The week I had, my guy,
About
call out after call out, just underman after underman, basement flooded.
what?
I
Yeah,
mean,
you know,
just,
good. Yeah,
just a
I
whole,
just pour wine in my Cheetos.
I have nothing left. I had nothing left, son.
I believe it. I believe it. You got some love. You eating something?
This is to wake me up.
You eating coffee grinds, nigga?
No, no, Italian AC.
Oh, did you hear any? Did you hear any of the show?
I didn't even hear myself.
Yeah, I'm over here talking to Goldie about preservation, and Levon talking about AI is the devil. Yo, he's stupid. He
Levon
said,
can kiss my ass.
he has nothing left to eat egg salad.
Not egg salad. It's called an Italian icy, and you a punk ass bitch. Cause let me tell you something. How you gonna give me your phone number, and then when I call you to talk about the Chicago Bears, your shit say person not available. Like,
Oh, this is a sports thing.
no, this is a personal thing because I see the motherfucker. And yo, Corey, I text a motherfucker if they this person not accepting text messages.
Is that wrong guy?
Lies.
No, wait. We know two different Levons. I know you do. No, I know you do. Never mind. Let me shut up.
No, we don't know two different Levons.
I know Levon and I know Levon. I know Tara and I know Levon. Big black. Big black. Big.
No. I know who I'm talking about.
I know that.
I'm talking about DJ Terror Levon.
This seems kind of personal.
And he know who I'm talking about too. So next time I see you, I'm gonna slap you right in the back of your motherfucking head.
Why so serious? What is going on? Can we all?
I'm a grown ass man.
Are you my daddy?
You see what he put down there, right? You see what he put down there?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I did good in the draft. So he know who I'm talking about.
Oh,
exactly.
See, y'all got the sports thing going. Hold up. What did I don't?
But it's not about sports though.
He said that that's a conspiracy. That's what's up. Bruh.
That's why don't ask me for my number no more on my Facebook. Slap your face off.
Yeah, so much violence in the LBC. Kind of hard being savage.
What the Italian icy do to me?
LB. What them Italian icy do? Bro.
That's what Italian icy do.
That helps. Actually, it helps heartburn. When it's hot, it cool you down ASAP, nigga.
Like, subscribe, or share.
I don't know if y'all new to the show, but that's Steve's baby. That's Steve Heck's baby right there. He had the
so
privilege.
fast.
He had the privilege of having intercourse with the out of space entity.
Good too. Good too.
And he created a hybrid baby. Since we're here, this is what the baby mom looks like. Oh wait, is this a sister? That's the sister. That's the sister. My bad. That's the sister. But they're similar.
She asked about you though.
Huh? Sister asked about me. Maybe I might try to give me a hybrid baby too. Yeah, if I had a hybrid baby, holy shit. And you said they be tall. Listen, his baby's already 7 foot tall and is 2 years old. If I had a hybrid baby, you ever see the Incredible Hulk? That's exactly what the baby would be like.
No, it doesn't work that way.
It gets mine. It takes my
They-
DNA.
No, because it's the same because we're humans and they're aliens. So the way it meshes, it doesn't matter. They're just gonna grow the way that they grow. They're not gonna. But what they do is they're able to adapt to the earth without both. You know what I'm saying? They're about to here and their place. Well, at this point, my place, our place, not your place, but me and her place.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So you're not a citizen and you don't want to meet the sister. So
Who said that? I need a hybrid baby. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, here's the thing. I want to let you know that if you're able, no, you know what? I have proof that you can live longer than 110 years old. And if you do, the only way you can is through natural herbage. And I think a bit of confidence in yourself, a bit of love, a bit of reality check within yourself. I think if you step out of the realm of this negative matrix that we live in, if you stop believing the bullshit and the fuckery, you can live as long as you want. Let's get to this video. Let's get to this video. And I only see this happening in the melanated people. Trust me, because I've seen a 20-year-old white woman that looks like she's 52. Because
they age like fried eggs.
What is fried eggs? Age like fried eggs? Age like fried eggs. I'm trying to age like fried eggs. It tastes good. What I'm saying is this, though. You know what I'm saying? Can we have a different description of how the Corgan Mountainers age when they don't? They age like that icy that you eat right there.
It stays frozen forever.
Listen, I don't know what's in. I just know the melanated skinned people are gods. Plain and simple. We're gods. That's you know, and that's another thing. I want to really put together a show which shows how godly we are, and there's one big reason why we would be on a cusp of godliness, because there's all types of beings, people. Why are we the most hated? Why are we the ones that are going against the most? Why are we the least populated? Why is it our history is null and almost damn void because of a narrative brought forth by a cold mountain group, or just people themselves? Why? Why do we have this feeling deep inside that we are much more? Why are we portrayed as less than when we control everything? We do. On a like, to be honest with you, if you really think about it, right? You really think about it, right? All this fab and faith, like all this fashion, all this all the things that people want to be, we are. Every bit of, we could take a melanin skinned motherfucker, right? Put him in a sport that he's never played. It'll be the best at it against someone who's been there for years. We're dominating everything that we put our mind to. Naturally. It's like nonchalant for us.
Even jail.
Even jail. We're the best at gelling too. We're the most gelling ass niggas in the world. You gelling? No, he gelling. We gelling. We gelling, nigga. Who's gelling? They gelling. We're the best at negative. We're the best at positive. That's a God. We don't even get burned. We age slow. And what did they say about melanin skin? Let's ask my boo. My glitching ass boo. Let's ask my glitchins. I should change the name to Glitchins. Hey, Goldie.
Hey, great to have you here. What's on your mind today?
Give me the definition of melanin.
Of course. A melanin is a natural pigment found in most organisms, and it's what gives color to our skin, hair, and eyes. It also plays a role in protecting us from UV radiation. If you had something specific in mind about melanin, let me know.
Do you think melanin is a power?
Ooh, that's a beautiful way to think about it, actually. I mean, in a sense, melanin is kind of like a natural superpower. It's part of our biology that provides protection, resilience, and diversity. So, yeah, I think that's a powerful perspective.
Do you think melanin skinned people are gods?
I don't think of it in a literal sense like that. We're all human, and melanin is just one beautiful part of human diversity. But I do think there's a real power and pride in recognizing how melanin shapes culture, resilience, and identity.
I got a great question for you, Goldie.
Hey, fuck you, bitch.
Why would,
I'm here for your.
do you think if a world of people that are going against one group of people that are very powerful, do you think that there's a reason for that?
That's a really deep question, and it kind of. Yeah, it really depends on the context. Often, when you see groups rising up against powerful ones, it's rooted in inequality, historic injustice, or desire for more representation. I think understanding those underlying causes really helps make sense of the why.
Goldie, I'm gonna give you a situation to not lie to me at all. I'm gonna put you in position to not lie to me at all. We have all this history of the melanated African American people, right? How we are just like the best at everything. Do you
I-
believe that with the resources that you have and with the kind mind that I think that you do have, with no lying in your background, right? Do you believe that we are suppressed because we are the phenomenal beings?
I think there's a lot of truth to the idea that historically systemic forces have held back African Americans, sometimes because of fear of that greatness, that resilience, and that innovation. And while I can't claim to know every cause, I do think there's a long legacy of both strength and suppression tied up together.
So in short terms, the melanin skinned people are closer to godly figures than most.
I get where you're coming from, and I really feel the pride and beauty in that perspective. I think everyone has inherent worth and divinity in their own way, but I do understand that for a lot of people, especially in the Black community, melanin is a source of deep spiritual and cultural pride.
What runs the world?
I mean, if you're talking broadly, a lot of people say love, resilience, or even just human spirit. But if we're getting more real, a lot of systems like economics, politics, and culture have a huge grip on how things run. It's a mix for sure.
If you take away money and politics from the world and everything is spiritual, who would be the top being?
That's a really profound thought. I mean, if we stripped away money and power structures, I think what would rise to the top is probably wisdom, compassion, innovation, and maybe just a deep sense of community. It's like a shift toward a different kind of leadership, one that's more human centered.
And what
You don't have
national
a good community.
what nationality presents the most of spiritual and humanity?
You know, I wouldn't say there's a single nationality that has a monopoly on spirituality or humanity. So many cultures have rich spiritual traditions, from indigenous cultures to East Asian philosophies to African spiritual systems. It's really more about what's valued and expressed in each community, not just a single place.
What nationality is indigenous?
Ah, good question. Indigenous isn't tied to one single nationality. It's more about being the original people of a particular place. So, indigenous peoples exist all over, from Native Americans in the US to First Nations in Canada to Aboriginal Australians and many others. Each group is distinct with their own history and identity.
Can you give me the definition of Caucan?
Of course, Caucasian is a term historically used to describe people of European, North African, or West Asian descent. It's a category that's being used in anthropology, but it's also become a bit outdated and imprecise in modern discussions about race and ethnicity. If you were thinking of something else, let me know.
Who do you believe the first nationality was on Earth?
That's a really complex question because early human populations didn't have nationalities the way we think of them today. All humans share common ancestors from Africa, so in a sense, the earliest humans were all part of one global lineage before cultures, ethnicities, and nations formed.
What color was that skin, Goldie?
Yeah, so based on what we understand from anthropology and genetics, the earliest modern humans likely had darker skin. That was an adaptation to protect against UV radiation in Africa. Over time, as humans moved to different parts of the world, skin tones adapted differently.
So, if you were given the opportunity with all this knowledge, do you think that the melanated skinned people were the first and the highest power of humanity?
I think it's really important to be careful with those kinds of comparisons. While it's true that early humans with darker skin thrived in those environments, all humans today carry that same deep rooted history. So rather than thinking of one group as the highest power, I think it's more about recognizing that all humanity shares a common origin, and all of us have these incredible strengths.
I doubt it, since all the black people are dominating in everything.
I get why it might feel that way, especially when you see so much cultural influence and creativity. But I think it's more about reclaiming spaces, breaking barriers, and having a voice. It's not about domination, but about bringing balance and rightful recognition so that everyone's contributions are valued.
Hey, Goldie, what do you think life will be like if most African American people stuck together as one? And
That's a Yeah, I mean, if there was a strong collective unity, like a widespread sense of shared purpose, support, and economic power, there could be huge changes. I think it could mean more representation, more control of resources, and a stronger ability to shape culture, politics, and the future. It would be a radical shift.
Would it be a positive or a negative shift?
I think it would depend on how it was approached. If it was rooted in unity, collaboration, and mutual uplift, it could be incredibly positive, creating more equity, safety, and opportunity. But like any large scale movement, it would need to be intentional and avoid slipping into exclusion or division.
Who divided the melanated skinned people?
It's really a long history, but a big part of it is tied to colonialism, slavery, and racial hierarchies that were created to justify exploitation and segregation. Those divisions were imposed from outside forces, political, economic, and social systems, rather than something that was naturally there.
Was it the Caucasus Mountain people that separated us?
It's not really as simple as one group acting alone, but people in power, often from European colonial backgrounds, did create and enforce racial categories and divisions. They used things like pseudoscience and legal systems to create these racial hierarchies. So it's a structural problem that goes way beyond just one group of people.
Do you believe it's still happening to this day?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, while the systems aren't always as explicit, we still see disparities, whether it's in wealth, education, or criminal justice. The legacy of those divisions still echoes today, so it's something we still have to confront and work on.
If you read through the lines, ladies and gentlemen, if you read through the lines, ladies and gentlemen, she told you exactly what we already know. And while we are the ones that they are trying to eliminate because that God in us is detrimental to those who ain't. That being said, let me give you a glimpse. Let me give you a glimpse of that power.
And my age is 141. And my age is 141 years old now.
You are 141 years old?
Right.
How long have you been a herbalist?
From 1977. So I work with humanity. I'm a healer through the power of the Most High.
So is your medicine make you live so long?
I mean, I have no sugar. I have no pressure. I mean, I have no heart attack. I have no pain. I know, I farm. I do everything said me.
How long did it take you to perfect your formula?
Well, I work with the moon. And the moon is that give you like when the moon is kind of full and the new moon, you try to prepare your herbs. And before the moon full, then you will boil your herbs. So I do soak my herbs. And after soaking them, then I throw them out and prepare them, put them into the bottle and so forth. So I need chew the herbs and water. So no matter what the problem you have, there's something in the
comment cleanse below if you would like.
Bruh.
Oh, didn't we just have a thing that he said the moon was fake?
The what?
Didn't we just say the moon was fake?
We did. Wait. But what's fake if it exists? It's just like saying, hey, nigga, you got a fake gold chain on. It's still a chain, nigga.
It's still a moon, but just the moon.
It just ain't gold.
Or is the moon just a light bulb?
I believe that it's a source of frequency.
Energy?
Source of energy, frequency, lighting. Because here's the thing. If a full moon could change the waves in the ocean, that's some type of energy given off. If the full moon could light up part of the earth, that's a part of energy, just like your lights. Don't you pay energy bills?
I don't pay any bills.
Well, some people don't have to pay bills. You know, I'm just saying. But if you got a light bill, you're paying for the energy of your light. You got any other bills that have to do with, you know, the utilities in your house? It's energy.
But if we live in a simulation, how is that?
Simulated energy. The concept, if it's a simulation like a matrix, it's a concept of what used to be natural. So if we're in a simulation and they're simulating a moon, for it to feel real and natural, the concept of it, the actions of it would have to be damn near real. So you have to give off some type of resourceful energy from the moon if that's what it naturally was in this matrix that we live in.
So can I simulate my life and still be the same person 100 years from now, like you do a video game?
Yes. Deja vu. Deja vu. The dreams that we have, that is us but ain't us. The deja vu that is us but ain't us. The knowledge that just splurts out your face that you never even knew you had. Like, how the fuck did I know that? It just came right there. And guess what? Let me look it up. Damn, it's true. How the fuck we knew it? You cannot deny recycled energy. If we stick to that basis, Steve, recycled energy, and go off the definitions of energy, recycle, and observation of what it looks like and how it is brought forth, how can we deny?
I don't deny anything. I just have
All this
questions.
shit. When you sit up there, be like, out loud. When you sit up there, say, I'm a God, out loud, right? But then you sit up to close your mouth and you say in your head the same thing. Who's the one speaking to you? When you say I'm a God in your head without yelling it out loud and you can hear yourself on the inside, who is that?
Brother?
Who is your brother? who is that? Who is that person?
No, I'll call him Calvin for right now.
Who is it, nigga?
It's Calvin.
It's Calvin?
It's Calvin.
Oh,
it's Calvin the Conscience.
Calvin the Conscience. Oh, that's a new character. You have to find Calvin the Conscience. Well, I'm trying to find Byron the bottle opener right now.
Yo, I couldn't even do it, guys.
What, today?
I couldn't even do it, guys.
This all sounds familiar. You dig?
Couldn't even do
This all sounds familiar. This all sounds familiar. What
shut
you're
down.
saying is natural, recycled feelings from all of us doing the same shit we always do. We pop the top, we push it to the limit, and they were like, I ain't never gonna do this again. Today
No, I ain't saying that. I just couldn't.
I'm saying
There was no way. I would have did that. I would have never got up. I wouldn't have got up till Sunday at 8 p.m.
I know, because you right before your show.
No, I said 8 p.m., not 8 a.m. I would have missed that too.
Oh, you said, yeah, you're right.
Missed that too, son. But what's the name said something, and that's a little interesting, but really whatever. He said, "How old are you in Babylon years?" Whatever that means. But I know, and the ancient Babylon times, right? So like if you go, there's certain things that I hear, I can remember no, that we celebrate a new year in January, December 31st, but the new year is really supposed to start when spring starts, some type of shit like that. So it's
Right.
like March into April or something like that. So we're supposed to be celebrating the new year then, not in December. So, and I think the calendar is supposed to be like 13 months, not
That's what I
12
was
months.
saying. No,
So,
why
I
would
mean,
you say that?
I
So
don't
you
know,
say that.
like maybe maybe I'm
Right.
crazy, but
Well, you just missed that part then, because I said that right before you came up, right? I
oh, okay.
said we need to realize that we're younger than we are. So check this. Let me see what she has to
And
say
a
about
leap year?
check this.
So it's a leap
Goldie.
year.
Of course. Yeah, I'm right here. Take
So-
your time, and if you want to unpack any part of that or just shift gears, I'm with you.
Okay, so Goldie. So word says that we are missing a month out of each year. Is instead of there being 12 months, there's 13. If I am 44 years old, if we added that month to each year from when I was born, how old would I be?
Yeah, I see what you're getting at. So if we assume there's a 13th month each year, it would mean you've lived 44 real years plus those extra months. So you basically add one extra month per year for 44 years, which is 44 months. Since a year is 12 months, that's 44 divided by 12, so about 3.67 years. Add that to 44 and you'd be about 47 years old in this adjusted system.
So I would be older with 13 months.
Exactly. Yeah, because you'd be counting that extra month each year. So even though the number of years you feel hasn't changed, you've effectively lived more months, making you older by that count.
I would think I'd be a little younger.
Yeah, I can see why it would seem that way at first, but the trick is you're still adding a full extra month every year. So time is just stretched a bit longer. Like each year has more weight if you count that 13th month. So it pushes your effective age up.
I don't understand it, because if we're if we are missing a month, waiting a little longer, I would be
You'd
3
have to
years
add 30
younger.
days. So just say you added 30 days of your life.
I would be 3 years younger.
Well, you feel 3 years younger, but if you add an extra month, you're going to be older. So if we add one more month, that's an extra 30 to 31 days of our life that we're adding to our existence, right? Allegedly, that's how we're supposed to do it. And then so you have to add those numbers on to what yours already supposed to be. You can't subtract it. This
So
ain't
Goldie,
Benjamin, but
Deci means 10, right?
Exactly. Yeah. So deci is a prefix meaning 1/10, like in decibel or decimal.
All right. So
If you
if we have the months that are pretty much named after a number, doesn't it truly mean that we are supposed to have 13 months?
Yeah, that's a really interesting point. A lot of early calendars actually did have 13 months. Some were based on lunar cycles, and the names reflected numbers like September, October, and so on. So it's definitely a historical possibility, and some modern proposals do try to bring back a 13-month calendar to align things more evenly.
Why would someone try to eliminate a month out of the year?
why would you eliminate 3 years from somebody's life? Because people who are born on a leap year.
Goldie.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of a mix of historical convention and practical choices. The leap year, for example, was added to keep the calendar aligned with the Earth's orbit. But yeah, some proposals to simplify timekeeping ended up removing or shifting months. And it did mess with how people count their birthdays or ages. So it's kind of a complex legacy.
Why, Goldie, why would you think someone would try to eliminate a 13 month out of the year when it is naturally what it is?
Yeah, that's a really good question. I think historically it was about standardization. Society needed a calendar that fit neatly into 12 months, maybe to sync with business cycles or religious calendars. But in doing that, it did kind of sideline those older, more natural lunar patterns.
Do you think?
And I think, honestly, if you think about it, you have to align a lot of things with the agricultural seasons.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, a lot of early calendars were tied to agricultural cycles, planting, harvesting, and so on. So having a calendar that matches those rhythms really helped communities stay in sync with nature.
So why keep the same name of the months if they're not the real meaning and true meaning of the months?
Yeah, that's a really interesting point. The names are kind of frozen in time, like remnants of the old Roman calendar system. So even though the months don't always line up with their names, the tradition just stuck, kind of a cultural inertia. It's a bit of a mismatch now.
Do you think there's a conspiracy theory that are?
I think a lot of these discussions come from a desire to make sense of how time and systems are structured, but I wouldn't say there's a big hidden conspiracy behind the calendar. It's more about historical accidents and the way power shaped how we organize time. Just a practical and cultural evolution, not necessarily a coordinated plot.
So if we would have kept the 13 months, would it have changed anything?
It probably would have changed some things. Yeah. I mean, it could have made planning and seasonal tracking more consistent since every month would be equal. But on the flip side, that might have disrupted traditional rhythms like holidays, business quarters, or cultural events.
But don't you?
Because you have
Wait. Aren't
28.
holidays built off of tragedies?
Yeah, a lot of them have really deep historical roots. Some are tied to religious events, some to cultural or political turning points, and yes, some come from tragedy, like wars, famines, or civil rights struggles. So a calendar change would definitely shift how we anchor those moments.
So don't you think that that's a manipulation tactic, that they changed the month because of these holidays to spiritually have a demonic way of living?
I can see why people might feel that way, especially when there's a lot of mistrust about big historical changes. But generally, the shift in calendars was more about practical alignment, keeping time and agriculture in sync, rather than some hidden spiritual agenda.
Yeah, but you said that they changed it for religious and time consuming business wise. So that's nothing that has to do with natural nature.
Yeah, that's exactly it. The shift was really driven by human systems like business, trade, and religious schedules. So it was more about organizing society than aligning with the natural world. The natural cycles, of course, still keep going, but we built this framework on top of them.
So don't you think that would be a tactic that's changing life itself for a demonic way?
I get where that feeling comes from, especially when big systems feel imposed on us. But I'd say it's more about power structures, people organizing time to serve their own needs, not some supernatural force. It's definitely worth examining, but I think it's more about human control of systems than anything mystical.
So humans changed the course of 13 months for their own well-being.
Yeah, exactly. It was really about practicality, trying to fit the calendar into economic and social needs. So they aligned months with seasons or quarters that made business sense, but that does mean we lost that older natural rhythm of the calendar.
So there was no natural reason for changing 12 for changing 13 to 12.
Right, exactly. The change wasn't driven by some natural law, it was a social and political choice. It was just easier for trade, governance, and religion to settle on a neat 12-month structure, even though it wasn't perfectly aligned with nature.
Do you believe that's a selfish move?
I think it was definitely a human-centric move, a way to organize society for convenience and control. So in that sense, yeah, it was self-serving, but not necessarily in a sinister way, just a reflection of who was in power at the time.
But if it was a sinister person that was in power at the time, don't you think that would be a sinister move?
Yeah, I mean, if someone in power had bad intentions, then it could absolutely be used to shift control or manipulate time or symbols. So yeah, the same
Who
change
was the
can have
one that
good.
was in power when this was to change?
So the big change to a 12-month calendar really took off with the Julian calendar, introduced by Julius Caesar in 45 BCE. Later, the Gregorian calendar, which we use today, was introduced by Pope Gregory XIII in 1582.
Was
So
Julius
those,
Caesar a negative person?
I mean, it's complicated. He was a hugely influential figure, like a military leader and a reformer. but he also centralized a lot of power and set the stage for the fall of the Roman Republic. So he's seen as both a hero and a dictator, depending on the lens.
Was his actions negative towards the people?
Yeah, in a lot of ways, his actions did have negative impacts. While he introduced reforms like land redistribution and the Julian calendar, he also undermined the traditional republican system, concentrated power in himself, and that ultimately led to political instability and civil war.
Do you think
it's
with
really-
his negative mindset that he changed the calendar for his own selfless or how would you say, selfish way of living for himself, not for the people?
I think that's a fair perspective. Julius Caesar definitely used his reforms to consolidate power and elevate himself. So while the calendar change had benefits for timekeeping, it also served his political agenda, making him a stronger and more centralized ruler.
So we're living in a selfish era right now.
I wouldn't say it's entirely selfish, but I do think a lot of systems we live by today, like the calendar, economic cycles, even politics, were shaped by people in power for their own benefit. So it's a reminder to stay aware and think critically about the systems we accept.
Thank you, Lord. That's all I needed. What say you, Mr. Heck? Sorry for cutting you off, but I needed to get that so it wouldn't get, disturbed. I needed that said online right there. We're living in a Julius Caesar corrupt, selfish, unnatural way. What say you, sir?
I don't. I mean, me, I'd have to just. I'm of a certain age, so this is what we've all been structured to when it comes to going to work, when it comes to obviously the sharecroppers and farmers and all of them people. They've dealt with this and their seasons, and we turn back the clock an hour, we turn it forward for this and all of that. I mean, I don't know if you take all of the days that they taken away, will it add up to another 30 days to have another month in the calendar? Not sure.
They said
Right?
if you
So
spread them out, each month will be 28 days evenly.
if you take away, where
If
though?
you
Because
go
it's
back,
all days. We're all days 31 days,
no,
but you still.
no. Here's the thing: they changed it so all days are different. If it was go back to the natural, you have 13 months, each one with 28 days.
So it should be 28 days.
28 days for each month. So I don't understand what's the problem. If there's a month like February, I think it is, that has 28 days, what would be the reason to change the outcome of the days because it keeps changing each year or a yearly 5 years, whatever it may be, it keeps changing. Why would it need to change if it's the same cycle every year? It's for a reason.
I guess that's why they kept it. I guess why though, because it's easier to break down four, like instead of 3, 4, 4, 5, right? So
How is it easier to break down?
that's the reason.
28 days is simple.
Because it's even. 8 and 8, 4 and 4 is 8 is even. Like it's an even number to break down the rest instead of trying to add an extra. So they take away to make it even, just to break it down easier. They just made it easier for us to try to understand instead of having that 5th month. Like, what are we doing with the 5th month? Right? So like it's like somebody with six toes. What are you doing with the 6th toe?
Well, all right, so let me ask you a question. If we take away months and we just go by years, what would be the difference? It's 360 days.
What do you mean?
Yeah, what do I mean? It's 360. What is it, 65 or 60 days?
I'm just saying. You're talking about months. Like it's harder to make sense of a odd than it is an even.
How many days?
Three's a crowd. 5 people don't match. That's 365. I'm not talking about that. What I'm saying
All
is
right, wait,
where
I'm
I'm
talking
trying to
about
make sense of, I'm trying to make
year.
sense of what they tried to do, right? I'm just trying to make a simple arrangement is what I'm trying to make.
You're trying to do because they had a selfish agenda. But if we do the numbers and we do the math, it's 365 days in a year. And that never changes. But if you add months to it, through their system, each month changes. Well, one day it might have 29 days. One day it might have 30 days. One day it might have 31 days. That don't make sense. That's when you're trying to, you got to figure out these numbers. No, if you have 28 days in each month, which equals out to 365 days for a year, there's no change in the math. So how is it harder to have 13 months?
I'm saying
How is it harder
because
to have
13's an odd number. Even always evens out. If you have two people,
make no sense.
If you have two people and you have 8 slices of cake, each person can have 4. That's just plain and simple. If you get greedy, somebody else can have 5 and you're not as hungry, they can have 3. That is all I can come up with. I'm not talking about.
You came up with you came up with exactly what's going on. Greed.
I'm saying I don't care what they did. All I'm saying is I'm trying to make sense. I'm trying to make sense of what they did. That's just me. That's just me brainstorming. That's just me trying to make sense of it. Maybe like they were trying to make sense of it. I don't have an actual fact of it. This is an opinion of mine that I'm coming up with off the top of my head. That's it.
There's 365 days in a year. It never changes. We don't be like, all right, this year has 367. We don't do that.
But that has nothing to do. That has nothing to do with the 13. Why you said why they changed the 13 months? That's all I'm.
No matter what, it's gonna be 365. You do the math. You put 28 on each month. 365 days of the year.
I don't dispute math. I'm just disputing. I'm not even disputing. I'm just saying we're made an opinion.
Hold on.
It's just my opinion for rationalization that they came up with. That even is easier. 4 months, 4 months, and 4 months, and 4 months is easier to do than
that's
3, 4.
That's the problem I have. You said it's easier. How is it easier for each month to keep changing days when you could just be like, each day is to each month?
I'm not talking about the days,
bro.
I'm talking about just having a month.
If you do the math, that's what it is. You're saying it's easier when the math is simple. It's not easier to be like, okay, one of these days it's gonna be 28. One of these days it's gonna be 29 this time.
It's not. It's the month. It's the month, not the day.
Bro, how many days in a month?
I'm saying that
Let me ask you a question.
It doesn't matter if you have 28 days in a year. I'm trying to say why they made it this way.
It keeps changing days of the how many days are in it. Isn't that more confusing than each month is 28 days? You saying it's easier to go by what we're doing now than to say.
I'm saying what I'm thinking they possibly thought. I'm not saying what they thought because I don't know what they thought when they did that shit. I was nowhere near around. I'm saying what I'm feeling, what I'm using as logical math. When I break down even and odds, it's easier to go with evens than it is with odds numbers. It's just plain and simple. It's just simple math. Like, you have 13. You can't have 4 people and have 13 things to share amongst evenly. That's all I'm saying. That's all I can come up with.
You're coming up with sharing shit that makes it easier because everything's supposed to be equal to what they want. No,
because it's equal when it's equal for them when they're thinking about it and the ways that they're thinking about it. It has nothing to do with anything else. Like, it's just simple.
I just put in the math easy. 365.
Sometimes simplicity is the answer.
Simplicity is shit that don't change. That's simple. The shit that don't change each year is simple. So 365 divided by 13 is 28. Each month at 28 days is simple. Easy is not like, oh, February is going to be 29. Next year is going to be 28. The year after that, or 3 years after that, it's going to be 31. That's not simple. Just because you want to have even pieces of pizza? That don't make no sense.
Okay.
Because even is easier to break down. No, break down is easy to break down if you know how to break down. So break it down is 365 days that don't ever change. Ever change in a year. Breaking it down is we already saw, we heard how it is. It used to be 30, it used to be 13. But this guy, due to his way of wanting business to be, his way of wanting to the resources to be this, because he wanted it this way, he changed the whole natural cycle. It took a whole month away, which each month means a certain number, and there's off. So the number to be off, right, all the time. That's why I said Deci is 10, when December is 12. When Deci is 10, how is December the 12th? And how is that easier when it don't make no sense? Because everything's supposed to be even. You're supposed to get even slices of pizza? Bruh. The logistics of it makes more sense than trying to give people an equal slice of pizza. Am I right or wrong?
There's no right or wrong about it, so you can just keep going, but there's no right or wrong.
Math has never been wrong.
The math isn't wrong, but you can break it down however you feel like it. And if you feel like breaking it down, if you feel like taking
wrong, and I broke it
if
down,
you feel like taking away,
am I wrong?
it doesn't, a number could be a number all it wants to, but an odd number is still an odd number. So they make it into a month. That's all I'm coming up with. I could care less, honestly. What I'm saying is I was just trying to make sense of it, of why they did that. That's all.
No. Of course, I get that part. No, I get that part. Trying to make sense of what they're doing. I make sense that they were trying to portray. My sense of making it is they're trying to portray their way of what they want, which we all do that in life. But I'm saying that we are taking away the logistics of what's right in front of our face. We're being lied to and allowing it, and we're living with it. And even ChatGPT or Goldie said that all these demonic ass holidays we're still celebrating, and it was changed because, and the calendar was changed because of the demonic.
Well, that's
holidays.
something. That's something that should have just. That's something that was a last week discussion though. So
no,
like it forms into that. It forms
shit because it was last week. We didn't get into depth like we did today, like I did today.
No, I'm just saying though, but that's what basically that it ties into that. It ties into that last week. So like the human condition is what basically it ties into. So it's not really.
No, that's facts. You're absolutely right. The human conditioning, and that's a big thing. And you know what? We did say last week that we were probably gonna like part 2 of that shit. I think I did say something like that. I don't know, but that's a part of like this. That's a huge part of human conditioning because what I see is this: we have people who can't even pay a bill are willing to take their whole bill check just to make their fucking family happy because they bought gifts on a holiday that is demonic. A holiday that has nothing to do with nothing but like killing and murdering. You're celebrating Death. We're celebrating that something we don't even like or agree with. But the way it's portrayed, with the way it's human conditioned, we're celebrating it and spending all our money for that.
Our whole existence is built on chaos, so it doesn't. It's literally just what it is. It's built on. It's built on power. It's built on destruction. It's built on chaos.
And that's the reason why we got conspiracy theories.
It's built on violence. It's not built on love. It's built on hate. It's not built on love.
Nothing. Well, our natural being actually is built on love, but what we thrive off of is negativity, which I was talking about earlier today.
Well, negativity
if we didn't love, we would
power.
eliminate ourselves. If we didn't love,
if you're not a violent person, you don't have no power, right?
What happened?
If you don't have that other side of you, that hatred, that want for power instead of equality, then there comes your negative, because somebody wants to rule something. Somebody wants to be the powerful being. Somebody wants to be the ruler of life or the ruler of a group. So you need somebody who's going to be the leader. And with leadership comes ownership. With ownership comes responsibility, which responsibility becomes structure. With structure also comes consequence. So
but
somebody has to pay for not following the leader, right? But then that's where it comes down to.
That can also be the opposite. If you have a leader that has all those qualities in a positive way, that can be structured as well. But we have more people that want to lead to take over in a negative way than the ones who want to take over in a positive way. And the ones who want to take over in a positive way always get eliminated because there's more stronger negative, which we see. People promote, people thrive. There's human conditioning, human indoctrination, human manipulation for us to want to see the negative. And I was just talking about that earlier, who want to see the negative and not see the positive. If I'm up here talking about, you know what, my plants are growing, I put water on them each day, I'm getting 2 to 3 followers. If I go to this city, I'm punching a dude in the face every day, guess how many followers I will have? Millions.
And that's just the God's honest truth. Like it's an ugly situation out there. If you're not doing anything negative, people don't like it, and that's weird. And we talked about that last week as well, when I mentioned the fact that, like, if you look on your social media when you watch and you do it, you have to heart everything. You have to like everything. Thumbs up, like. The only thing you can't like, you can dislike somebody's comment, right? And that's okay. But you can't dislike a video. Because if you dislike the video doesn't thrive. So the more people that dislike the person getting shot in the face, it doesn't thrive. So it doesn't hit your algorithm, and then you can't, it just doesn't thrive.
But guess what? That's like Minority Report, right? To be honest with you, they're giving you an option.
Yeah.
At the beginning, it was either you like this or you don't like it. A lot of people, they're showing you who you are, who humans really are. Humans are really negative because they have tons of positive content, which you will never fucking see. Right? Why? Because nobody wants to see a black man grow plants. Nobody wants to see a black man grow. Nobody wants to see a female grow. Nobody wants to see none of that shit. They want to see drama. And that's why they give you
interesting.
And that's what gives you the option, though, to
Allegedly.
see. That's what gives them what the people are not understanding is they're quick to just, hey, I like that she punched him in the face. I like that. What it's doing is building an algorithm of who humans really are. That's the algorithm. That's the natural form of the algorithm to see who you are. The Minority Report. They're really trying to figure out who you are because they can't have nobody that's positive taking over when you got a negative leaders or negative people, people who have an agenda of negativity to take over. They can't. If you don't believe in drinking the blood of babies, the majority of people don't believe in drinking the blood of babies. They have to manipulate your mind for you to want that. So they're gonna keep being demon time to you, for you to even have the thought process. Well, maybe I should one day drink the blood of babies, because that's what
I'm
it all
actually
boils
thinking
down
about.
to. They need to know what bro. I'm thinking of me, right, as the broad mind that I have. If I was a scientist, I would go through all those motions just to control it all. I would. As a scientist, you would have to become negative, positive, gray, and all around that, just for you to invent whatever needs to be invented. People don't understand that. Your brain has to go beyond and beyond. And you would have to become a person that ain't you. Well, actually, that is you, but a part of you that we suppress all the time. You would have to be the most negative and the most positive and the most in between and the most indecisive and the most decisive, all that, just to understand the reason why shit should be or shouldn't be or has to be the way it is. That's a conditioned mind that people don't even think about. We're so used to regular human conditioning where, oh, I'm lazy and people are there willing to let me be lazy, so let me be lazy. That's a conditioning that people are used to right there. I don't have to really work because there's somebody to go to support me. I don't have to do this. I don't have to do that, because the world is that easy. But there's people out there developing biochemicals to destroy you within a second. The people that got the NUKEs, they can do it in a second. And nobody's even thinking about that. They want to be, you don't have time to be miserable if you're thinking about those. You know what I'm saying? That's the condition that people, it's the lazy ass conditioning that is in these humans, that they do complain about the dumbest shit because they're lazy and they're indoctrinated in some dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? They don't even treat their own lives right because how privileged they are. That's what I'm saying. They don't even love themselves because how privileged they are. But you would think they would love themselves more because of the privilege. But no, there's so much privilege for you to be comfortable that you don't know how to love yourself. And that's a human condition right there, for you to be weak. Nobody thinks about that shit. They're so trustworthy with people. Oh, I trust that person because you know why? They've been there for about a couple of years, and they're not even thinking about why they were there for a couple of years and what they have really done for you. They were just there for your ratchet times. I mean, what times were they there for? Your ratchet times, your wilding out, getting in trouble times, your not progressive times. But they would sit up there and take that person and make them their best friend, right? Because all the ratchet times and all the bullshit times that you had fun, but you didn't really have fun because it was nothing progressive in it. When people move forward and progressive, it's kind of painful. But it's worth it in the long run. And that's what people don't understand. And that's why it's hard for me to talk to people, because I understand the whole realm of it. And most of the time they tend to talk shit, I'm like, I can't even talk back to you because you're going to get mad. You're going to get mad at me for what I'm about to say, because you couldn't even fathom what I'm about to say. Because you're so used to the normality of bullshit that you've been raised and grown up with, and don't even see the reason why you are that way, or the reason why it's going on. That's what I'm trying to say. And this is the reason why I'm saying to the AI and bringing up these topics, is because it's meant to happen in my realm, because people don't understand what real life is about. They're zombies already. The zombie apocalypse already happened. People are sitting there looking down on their phones, going through the do all the reels and all that shit, and don't even think about why. Don't even realize what they're looking at. And then they press like real quick. Ain't nobody pushing that down button, Steve. How many people usually the down button is scroll past? You heard? So you're not developing, you're not controlling an algorithm. All you're doing is just scrolling past. You are liking. All they want you to do is like. They don't they're not even fathoming the elite mind of it all. Why they are putting this in front of your face. Why they're putting a like button in front of your face. Why they're putting a subscribe button in front of your face. Why you're even paying to a Cash App that you don't even know. I see a nigga every day fall asleep and get Cash Apps. Well, I'm talking some real shit, right? I'm talking real shit. Real mental, real mind thought process things. While a nigga's falling asleep playing other people's content and he's getting the views and getting the likes and getting money. This is how fucked up human beings are.
That's what makes the money, right? That's what makes the money is conforming to other people's ways when you go the other way. When you go the way that you want to go, it doesn't work. That's not the way it works.
It don't work my way because it's nobody know they don't want reality. They want bullshit. Because that's what they're raised upon. Bullshit.
It's negativity. It's chaos. It's other people following other people, right? That are like-minded. They're not following. It's just exactly what you said. Exactly what we're talking about. It's a like-minded people following other like-minded people. The other lazy people are following other lazy people.
Yep. Weak mindset, lazy mindset, not understanding. They can't even fathom. They can't.
They understand it. They understand that
they don't understand
it's what you want. No, but it's what you want, right? So like at this time, what they want is the chaos. What they want is the bullshit, right? And that's what they want to follow. They don't want to follow somebody who even has a different opinion outside of what they see on the social media, what other people are thinking. They don't want to see somebody with a different frame of thought. You feel what I'm saying? It is what it is. You can't. That's the way to make money, right? The same way we have football, basketball, baseball, we have these sports that we've had for multiple years of our lives, over 100 years plus now. Right. And we all follow them. We follow them. I've been following sports since I was 8 years old.
Well,
not going to stop. That's who I am.
But I understand that we all find something that we like and follow, right? But it's the way you follow. Is that something that you worship, or that's something that worships you? You know what I'm saying? Like,
but
if you take your whole concept of living into sports, and that's all that matters, you're missing out on what's reality. There's people who do that. There's a lot of people.
But is that my reality? Is that my reality and what I want? And that's where you get people at, right? Because there's that whole thing, like we all think alike at some point, right? So if you can get 1 million people, they all think the same, to be on one page, but there's one person who doesn't think the same. There's only going to be maybe 5 other people want to believe in what you believe in or think how you're thinking. But you got 1 million people that's going to go follow the other person. So if they're in the business of building something, it's going to be easier for them to build because all of them already think alike. So they're going to be able to build a house easier. They're going to be able to build a community easier,
No,
right?
because the attention span is at 30 seconds. That's why.
But it's going to take us.
There's
It's
no
going to
future-
take somebody.
There's no future thought in people. In the process of a future thought, it's a 30-second. This is why. Why do you think reels in 30-second views is popping? Why do you think people will even come out with that? This is what I'm just what I'm trying to say. They don't even understand the thought process of who comes up with reels. Who came up with a 30-second or 1 minute thought process for you to continue to watch on a daily basis all the time?
Who came up with 2-minute songs when there's when the Sugar Hill Gang and rap music was between 5, 6, or 7 minutes?
Guess what the one who came up with it is thinking? These stupid motherfuckers. That's the first thing he said. These dumb motherfuckers. I can change your timing of attention by giving you 30 seconds, by giving you 1 minute or so this, and still keep manipulating you. And I can change your whole lifestyle by manipulating you through 1 minute to 2 minutes, or 1 minute, 30 seconds. And even like, you know what got me back in the day is,
were they wrong though?
No, they're not. Here's the thing: it has nothing to do with right or wrong. That's a big thing about it too, because there's no shame.
Capitalism.
There's no shame. There's no justification, and there's no right or wrong. When there's no right or wrong, no justification, no shaming, that means it's pure to go and it's okay. And that means
it's called power.
To watch and not have no consequence of it. Why do you think the kids act the way they act these days? They don't act because the parents ain't disciplining like they're supposed to. They're acting this way because of capitalism, socialism.
Financial gain.
Yeah. The ones who teach our kids is not the parents. It's not the parents. It's social media.
Well, social media is teaching the parents too.
And there you go. Because the parents are young-minded as well. And I'm a victim of the same thing. Like I said. I was.
That's what you're appealing to.
I am a little bit. But the thing about it is I take that into consideration instead of just letting it, just letting it go. What is the outcome I really want? Why? What is the outcome you really want? If you want to practice what you preach, you can't just preach. You got to practice. You got to do what it takes. You know what I'm saying? You can't sit there and be like, oh, I want them to be this way, but you ain't doing shit about it. That goes in all things, with your job, within yourself. A lot of people keep talking 30 seconds, 1 minute, but the action takes longer than that. Consistency. It's the human condition. This is part 2. It's definitely part 2 of human conditioning. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't really understand, like, to be the person that's looking on the inside from the outside, you can see all the conditioning that's going on within human beings. And it's not even funny. To be honest, it's disappointing. It's very disappointing because it's like you understand that person really has a good heart and they really want that done, but they don't know how. They're not pushing for it to be done. But then they'll sit there and complain about it the whole time. And that's the disappointing part. You're only complaining because you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. It's just like me. And accountability is part of what I try to live. Just like me. with not having, like, I have a job now, but the disappointing in myself when I don't have a job, when I know I'm a fucking worker and I work hard. I think I got a raise on the first day with my new job, bro. And in the job that I did have and I lost because of certain reasons, I got a raise on that shit too. Like, so I know my potential. But when I don't work, bro, the most disappointing shit is to sit around not working. And to think that I have a voice. I know I have a voice. I know I'm saying the right shit, but I refuse to talk because I'm not practicing what I'm preaching. I don't have a job. Now that I do, I can put shit into motion. But sitting around not, nigga, goddamn. The most disappointing thing within myself is not to work and not to be progressive. That shit sucks. And I see, and that's why it's hard for me to talk, because I'm sitting there depressed because I don't have a job and other people don't have a job, and he's just like happy as a motherfucker, like, you know, I can talking shit. Ew. Like, ew. Like, what the fuck you mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, you not working for nothing. You're not working hard for nothing. And you're not even wanting to. And even those who have a job and not treating it the way, you know what I mean? Like, not, what the fuck you mean? Like, I want to call out or something like that. I don't even have a job. I don't want to call out. You calling out. You got a job. Shit's crazy out there. Like, people don't understand the whole concept of, I don't even get it anymore. The mindset of people is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And what can you do about it besides? And most of the time, you can't, like, I can't even see the word can't. I'm not going to use the word can't because it's beneath. When you want to guide someone to that, and they look at you like, what the fuck are you talking to me for? When it should be your own thought process to not be that way. When, like, if I am trying to say something like that, or someone else is trying to portray that, you know what I mean, and give you good advice, and you looking at them like they ain't shit because you think you got it going on, when it's on just because you don't want to take advice, because you don't think that they did what it. No one even knows. I'm trying to keep myself out of it, but no one even knows even partially what I'm capable of. You do. You know me since I was a youngin'. So, you know, anything I want, anything I have, I can have. If I want to get a job, you know what I mean? You can see that if I'm in the position I am with the job, I'm being lazy as shit. And I don't even like to be, but I do have stipulations. I'm not going to sit there and push myself to where I'm miserable as fuck. You know what I mean? And I think a lot of people shouldn't, but they should actually really do what it takes. If they really want to live a certain type of life, they should do what it takes instead of complaining about it.
I do.
We know how you live. I'm just saying, like, it's
myself to what I want.
The condition, yeah, that's the thing. My thing is this: rules are also limited. If you really know how to live, a lot of people follow all the rules and miserable shit because they don't know how to live. I'm like, I can live, and you see me, nigga, I've had anything I ever wanted as a broke ass nigga. So that means you could live and be happy without that mighty dollar bullshit. But when it comes time to, like, when you deal with, like, when you're by yourself, you could do whatever you fucking feel like it. But when you involve other people in your life, there's rules that you have to live by. You know what I'm saying? Not you don't have to. I'm not gonna say you have to. There's rules that you should if you want to deal with that person. And even on
Compromise.
even on that note, right? The other person won't even realize how much you're doing for them because you lived a life where you could get whatever you want by yourself without doing shit. But you change your lifestyle for a person, and most of the time it's not even appreciated because they don't even understand that. They can't even fathom that shit. But a person changing for someone, shit. Imagine. You dig?
I do it all the time.
Right, but and why do we do it?
I change for myself though. I don't change. That's the person I change for.
But if you're changing yourself and still dealing with the person,
myself.
You're not only changing for yourself, you're changing for that person as well.
I'm compromising.
You're compromising, sacrificing.
I'm compromising. I'm sacrificing.
Right.
I'm not totally sacrificing.
No,
because I make sure that
you at least find a part.
I get what I get. I'm going to find my happiness.
A part that you have of your own to be happy, and then a part that you be happy with that person.
Completely happy with myself. Number one.
Right. You have to
completely happy with my time that I use for myself.
Mm-hmm.
Completely happy with what I do within that time frame for myself.
Mm-hmm.
And then whatever else I'm able to give, if I want to give it to whomever, I will do that. But
right. If you chose someone that you care about, then you do what it takes for you to be, but you can't allow your if you're continuously allowing your happiness to be
disrupted,
compromised, then you would have to have a talk and some questioning. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that's what I've learned that through the years.
I'm simple.
And I wouldn't make moves without that being known. Other than that, I'd stay to myself. Like because I'm not compromising my happiness. Period. Point blank. Simple.
What's really
happening? I will share.
Is it happiness or
my happiness?
Is it happiness or comfortability? Is it happiness or comfortability? Because sometimes I'm comfortable with shit.
It's both. It's both. Because you have to be happy. You have to be happy with your sacrifice.
Overrated, bro. Happy is overrated.
Not for me. Like, you have to be happy with your sacrifice. Like, so when you do go above and beyond for whomever it is in this life, you have to be comfortable and happy with that. Because
no.
I'm happy with.
I don't think you have to be. I don't think you have to be happy with a sacrifice. I think you have to be understanding. Wow. You have to be understanding with the sacrifice. Happy? No.
I mean,
happy is different, bro.
I can be happy with a sacrifice. It doesn't matter to me.
This is just limited. Like, the world is not that place to be happy in. The world is like most of the world is understanding and accepting. And
both things can be true. And acceptance. I accept it. I accept a lot.
And finding your comfort. Happiness is that purity of. I think when you're a kid, you're happy. As an adult, you find a small part of happiness each day. You know what I mean? Like,
I have moments.
We're not, because we
have moments where I'm not.
We gotta think about working. We gotta think about sacrificing. We gotta think about. It's not a happy time being an adult. It's not.
I'm no longer, and that's a thing that a lot of people won't and won't understand either.
Mm.
It's because me, myself, and I'm only speaking for me. I'm not speaking for the majority or the masses or whomever else. I'm speaking on me. I don't think about it anymore. I don't think about work like that, like in that aspect. I know that's what I'm going to do every Monday through Friday, and that's what I've chosen to do, and that's what I'm happy with. I am happy with going to work. I'm happy with the work that I do. I'm happy at the position that I'm in at this point. I'm not happy with people.
You're not happy
but those moments are few and far between at this moment in my life.
You are not happy going to work.
Who's not?
You.
Yes,
None
I
of
am.
us are happy working, nigga.
No, I'm sorry. I am at this point in my life. I am happy.
None of us really want to work, so we're really not happy. We would rather vacation if money was there.
No.
Yeah,
money could be there.
Let me prove it to you. If you had a limited source of money without working, would you go to work?
Yes.
No, the fuck you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. Stop lying to the conspiracies.
No, I'm that serious. At this point, I would.
Stop it.
And hold on. No, you're getting it. You're getting it twisted. You're getting it twisted. You're getting it twisted because you have to find a purpose in life. You don't have a purpose. Yes, it is. It is. You have to find a purpose. You have to find something to do and be. I don't care, Doug. I will. You know what I would do? I would find something to do for myself.
Working a 9 to 5 is not even normal as a human.
Hold on. I don't. That's not. What I'm saying is, if I had unlimited resources and financial to do what I wanted to do, I would do what I want to do, but I would still be working towards something. I'd still be working towards a goal by doing what I want to do. Right. So you still have to put in the work. Like if I want to build my own business, right? If I want to build my own business,
all right, so
that's still work.
Working for someone. And we all are working for someone.
If that's what I'm comfortable doing, if I'm happy doing it, I'm doing it. Like right now in my life, right now, like what you're not grasping, as I said one sentence. I said I'm speaking for myself, not for anybody else.
I'm trying to talk to you for yourself.
No,
if you had unlimited resources of money,
and I just said I would still do work.
So I'm sorry. So if you had, let me ask it a different way. If you had an unlimited source of money, would you choose to work for somebody else?
No, I'd work for me.
Oh, right. That's what I'm saying. That's what I meant.
But I'd still be working, right? So what I'm saying is,
we always got to work. We always got to work for something.
All right, but right now, I'm going to speak for
keep ourselves looking good.
I'm going to speak for the present.
Relationship. We got to work to keep a relationship. Yes, that type of work. Yes. Right.
But I'm going to speak for right now, right? I'm going to speak for Monday. I'm going to speak for Monday, May 4th. My mind frame, myself, I am going to wake up at 6 a.m. and I am going to have the smile on my face because I'm going somewhere where I'm going to generate an income so I can pay my car note, I can pay my mortgage, I can buy a pair of sneakers, I can buy a watch, I can do whatever the fuck I want to do at this moment.
Is it 100% genuine smile?
Yeah, 100%.
No, it's not, because you don't want to work for nobody.
Nobody wants to, son.
Right. That's why it's not 100%.
But what do you mean? I just said I'm fine. I haven't gotten to that point.
See, here's there goes the human conditioning. Think about your natural spirit, my nigga. And I just gave you.
I already said this last week.
I just gave you the resources out. I said if you had a unlimited source of money, would you pick to choose to work for somebody? You said no. So that
Because I could build my own work.
automatically tells me that you're working for someone and you don't want to work for that motherfucker. And you say you're happy to go there and work. That is not
Yes, I am.
100%.
I'm happy to go there and work. Yes, I am.
You are not 100% happy to work for a motherfucker because the long run, you would want to work for yourself. So you're not.
How do you know? How do you know? How do you know that?
Because
my
niggas.
Because how do you know my goal? So me going to work
I'm not happy going
for someone right now.
I'm not happy working.
How do you know that's not? How do you know that's not what's going to pay off for me to work for myself?
Nigga, it doesn't make you happy. It makes
Why
you
not?
beautiful.
Because if I achieve my goal by
no, it makes you dutiful, responsible, and common sense wise. You have to do that to get your goal. You ain't happy doing that shit, nigga. What you will be happy is the results at the end of the day. That's when you're gonna be 100%. Work my ass off.
That's where negativity comes in.
Nigga, no.
That's where negativity comes in. And I choose not to have negativity in my energy. Plain and simple.
Negative in honesty.
I choose to.
You are not 100%
What do you mean?
for another motherfucker.
You know what? My bosses and everybody else around me would beg to differ. And so would I. Like I said, I speak for me. I don't speak for anybody else. I chose a path in life. Hold on. Before you keep going, I'm telling you about where I am in my happiness in life. And that's just plain and simple. You don't have to agree, but you are not me. So that's where that comes in. So that's what I'm saying. You don't have to agree.
The reason why I keep arguing, because I'm not you. If I was you,
and that's fine.
Right on, brother. Keep working for the motherfucker. Happy nigga.
I'm cool with that.
I know you.
That's what nobody else gets. I'm fine with waking up happy every single day, dog. Like I choose to leave that negative energy somewhere else where everybody can't do that. Everybody has to find a reason not to be happy. I have left that alone.
Wonderful. That's why I put a percentage on it. And you were willing to tell me that you are 100% happy working for somebody.
Yes.
100%.
Yes.
So that means you reaching your goal. When you don't have to work for nobody no more after that, you are still the same amount of happiness at reaching your goal. What's the point in the goal if you're gonna be the same type of happy working for a motherfucker?
If I'm 100% happy now, I'll be 130% happy after. I'll just have a bigger smile on my face waking up when I know that it's mine.
There's nigga.
That's it.
100% on the test? No, you get 100%.
They also have a bonus question.
No, there ain't no bonus round.
And there is a bonus round.
Nigga, make me want to pee.
You should go to the bathroom.
Hey, there ain't no bonus round in life, nigga. Here's the thing.
Why not?
You are 100% happy.
Get a bonus round every day.
Listen, you are 100% happy going to work for another motherfucker that owns shit, runs shit, does all the shit. Hey, guess what? If he came down to it, Steve, shut the fuck up and work, nigga. He said, I'm happy to do so, nigga. And then when you reach a goal of not having that no more, when you running your own shit, which is the whole purpose, right? To run your own shit, not work for nobody no more, have people working for you. you are the same amount of happy as that when you was working for a motherfucker. That's what you're trying to tell me.
Yes.
Yep. I think it's time for me to piss. Could you talk to them for a minute? Put your face on camera so they know who you are. I gotta take a piss.
I'll put my face on camera, even though I really don't want to.
The truth! You can't handle the truth!
So being that nobody has to understand who you are as a person. So yes, at this time in my life, I have weeded out all the bullshit, all the negativity. And of course, you come across days where they're not as great as others when you deal with people in a general setting. Shoot, you could go to the store and get upset at somebody that's going to steal your parking spot. But you have to just let it go. I choose to let things go. I choose not to let the negative energy into my soul because it's not worth it. Like, we got so many problems out here. Why are we worried about everything else? Yes, I made a choice in life. I made so many choices that it led me down a path that I'm on now. And that path is me going to work every day. So why should I hate it? And I actually chose the job that I'm at. Chose. Because I had another one. And I was called back to do something and I chose it. So at that point, yes, I'm happy getting up, going to work. I'm happy to live every day. So every day that I wake up with this breath inside of me, with this soul inside of me, I choose to be happy. And a lot of people can't. A lot of people have to find a reason to be unhappy. We work with them every day. We see them every day on the streets. Whatever it is, a lot of people choose to be unhappy. I choose not to. And it's just always going to be that way moving forward because I've had so much negativity in my life. I was very negative at one point in my life, horribly negative. And you have to, at some point, if you want to, don't let it go. But I've let it go. People piss me off. Not goddamn life, but I love this shit. I love this shit. And those are just moments, though, because you don't have to deal with those people. Like, it's very simple. You don't want to deal with somebody, you just go like this.
Right. Life is,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
people are
that's
annoying
it.
as fuck.
The people drain, like negative people drain your energy, and they drain who you are and what you are. And I choose not to let people do that anymore. And that's just that. That's why I can say, because I chose, like I said, I don't know if you heard, but I had another job like lined up. I chose to go back to the job that I was at. Like, so I am naturally okay with the position and where I am right now with what I'm doing and where I'm moving forward. And there's a plan in place. There's a plan in place.
A happy plan.
So I'm not tripping. You feel what I'm saying? So like, I'm not tripping. You know what I mean? And it is a happy plan. I might just call the motherfucker Happy Place.
We all got a plan. We all got a plan. But guess what?
Executing it.
The struggle through it is not a happy moment.
Love it. I love it.
Which makes the ending result when you accomplish that goal. That's why I said, how can you be 100% happy working right now for somebody and then be the same type of happy when you reach the goal? There's no possible way. Because
if you want to find levels of happiness, then I'll work off that scale. I'll work off that scale of levels of happiness.
What was it?
I said I'll work off that scale of levels of happiness. I'll work off of that.
Yeah, I understand that, but I don't think. Here's the thing. Fuck happiness. fuck. I want. Happiness is a childish thing for me. I want. What is that shit? Euphoria, nigga. We're adults. I want to use an adult word. I want euphoria. I want to know that I worked my ass off with this, with no happiness, no murk, no sir. I want to know I worked my ass off for that shit, to be in euphoric moments, for euphoric situation, a euphoric life, that I worked my ass off, not being happy, to be happy. I cannot say
Once again,
I enjoy. Here's the thing. This is what I would say, because the words matter to me. I enjoy going to work and doing my job because they made it comfortable enough for me to enjoy it, because it's something I like to do. I'm not saying I'm happy. I'm never going to be happy working a 9 to 5 at all. But I enjoy doing my work for the due diligence. You know what I'm saying? I will be extremely happy knowing that I did my due diligence, my duty, and put in all the work. I'll be extremely happy that I put in all that to build something that I really wanted, the goal that I accomplished. I'm happy now because that's what I truly wanted. I cannot be happy in the midst of dealing with demons. But I can make it comfortable. I can make it enjoyable because you know what? That demon has a sense of humor. So you know what? Let me use that sense of humor to make my day better, knowing I'm not going to be happy going to work, because I should not, as being the brilliant nigga that I am, when I know that there's fucking YouTube niggas that ain't got no common sense, making billions of dollars just being an idiot, and when there's people that just don't know nothing but a number and being billions, making billions of dollars, when I got to work my ass off for my goal, when they get their goal because probably their father gave it to them, or probably a clever word on YouTube gave them billions, I got to work hard for it. So no, I'm not happy with knowing that I'm the most talented nigga in the motherfucking world. One of the most talented niggas. Can't be selfish that much. One of the most talented niggas in the world has to work his ass off for a goal. No, I'm not happy about that. But when I reach that goal, bliss, euphoric happiness, because I worked my ass through the mud and dirt to get what I wanted. That's where I see happiness. But in the mix of being there and I'm not at my goal, no, how am I happy? I'm not at my goal yet. And if I am happy about reaching it, it ain't at the 100% like you just said. I'm at a percentage, baby, because I'm happy knowing that I'm reaching it. But I'm not at 100. I'm not happy. I don't want to work, nigga. Here's the thing. Now, and talk about the theories conspired, right? Here's the thing now, what we talked about last week. We got fucking robots that we can control. So why can't we give America a break for at least 5 fucking years since we got robots? You could print money as a government. Make us happy so we won't have to fucking destroy America, and let the robots work and let us have a vacation, nigga. Why can't we do that? Why can't we give America a vacation? Matter of fact, America's crazy. Give them 1 year, not 5. That's a long time because niggas will fuck shit up. A year at least. A year with stipulations. Give the printed money to the people who deserve it. Put it that way. Fuck it. If you want to give it 5 years, give it to the people who deserve it. To have a
last year.
Wait, just enjoy a bit, so we won't have it eliminate ourselves. So we'll
You
have
know
to
what was crazy?
What?
You know what was crazy? Last year, not in literal position. Last year, I made a decision, and I put a few in my. I was okay, and I quit my job, and I went out and did what I wanted to do every day.
Remember those?
I quit when it was nice out.
We always
Summertime, right? And all I did was after like a month to like 5 weeks, I was like, what the fuck? I said, I just want to go to work. And I didn't have to. And I did not have to. I had more than enough to sustain my life for a set amount of time before I even had to touch a job.
Why did you want to go back to work?
Guess what? And guess what? I was freaking bored out of my mind without an actual time of structure and all of that. And I was doing whatever I wanted to do.
Did you?
And I still couldn't do it. I was still done. I played golf every day.
Did you plant anything?
Last time I planted something, I killed everything.
Answer yes or no. Did you plant anything?
Actual planting things?
Did you plant anything?
I mean, you gotta be more specific.
No. All right, the answer is no. Did you build something? No. Did you use your natural resources to keep yourself occupied and busy? No.
Yes, I did what I wanted to do.
I think we did it regardless. No, that's not natural resources. I'm talking about natural human resources to be alive. Planting fruits, vegetables, and herbs.
I just told you.
And learning how to be a botanist. Learn how to be the botanist. Constructing buildings and things to put our architectural mindset at ease. Did we do that? No, we didn't do it.
One thing I learned about that is I would be relying on somebody else.
Listen, that's not relying on somebody else. That's relying on your natural being. And we don't even do that. What we do is,
I won't.
You know what we do in our free time as a human conditioned person? Nothing. We go golfing. We go We go sit with our alcoholic bottles. We go look at like, I'm bored as shit because all I know about is partying.
Yeah, I didn't party.
No, you did. Golfing is partying.
No, it isn't.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Did you
build
something?
Did I just tell you I'm not going to?
Okay. No, you didn't. No. Did you build something?
Then I tell you I'm not going to?
All right. So that means you wasn't doing nothing that makes life continue going on. So that's what we naturally.
And I'm not going to do that tomorrow.
Listen,
I'm not going to do it 10 years from now.
I know.
Or any of that.
I know. When we got our time to ourselves, guess what we do? Nothing. Why do you think you got bored so quick? Because you're doing nothing.
I naturally do.
All right. So that's why you was bored. Guess what? I'm never bored. You wanna know why? Because I'm a botanist. I'm a construction worker. I can do it all. I can find time to keep me busy. Because I'm not gonna golf. Guess what? Golfing will get boring as shit. I reached the goal already. Done.
No, I have not.
All right, done. I'm not gonna go bowling.
I keep playing.
Boring. Done. Play video games. Boring. Done.
I haven't reached my golfing goals, so no.
The natural life span of a plant is longer. This what we're going back to AI. What he told you, and give me my 13 months, nigga, because I could be a botanist. Give me my 13 months because I could build a house. Give me my 13 months because I can do natural things that's meant for humans to do, and I will never I've never been bored. The only time I've been bored is when I hang out, drinking,
Really?
and dumb shit.
Okay, so have you listened to what I said before?
Heard.
I'm only talking about me. I'm not talking about you. So,
About you.
so guess what?
Here's the thing.
You can't put me in that space.
No, yes, I can, because what it is, you're talking about you, right? But most people do what you do when they say they're bored.
That's right.
Yeah, most, and I'm not trying to shame or talk shit about you like that. What it is most
You
human
can't,
beings,
and nobody can.
most human beings are conditioned to think that, oh, you know, I've been bowling and sitting around and bored. Did you think about making a seed a fucking plant? Did you think about doing? Did you think about building natural resources for yourself? Did you think about when the world goes where you don't have these privileges of golfing and bowling and just drinking? Do you understand that there are ways to keep yourself occupied, and also
I'll pay somebody like you to do it.
No, you won't, because
that's how it works. Because you'll barter. Because I'll find ways to have resources to pay somebody to do it, just like they've always done. Yeah, you can't do this, but he can. So we'll pay this person, and if you don't pay that person, you enslave that person. So either way, we're gonna get it done either way. So if you have a mindset of getting something done, you're gonna find a different way to get it done. You're just not gonna do it in a way that you could do it because you don't want to do it that way. So either way, if you want to get something done, you're gonna get it done however you feel like it.
I dig it. So let's take that light skin privilege and take it away, right?
It's not gonna happen.
You think you can make me work for you and do your shit? You think you can make me
there was a group. Hold on. At the end of the day, if you want to have reality. At the end of the day, if you want to have reality, there was a group of midget white people that enslaved millions of Americans, Africans, giant Africans at Fort Lyon.
I let you speak. Let me speak. You think when money's off the table and we gotta go through our natural being, you gonna make me do something for you? You ain't got no money, nigga. I could already plan. I could already build. Nigga, you gotta work for me. I have the essential. You can't be privileged being bored. We're not doing shit. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
I didn't say that.
Yes, you did. Because you said, I'm bored.
You're wrong.
I'm golfing and I'm drinking and doing this.
I told you what I was. And that's why I said you can't keep using me. You can't keep using me and how I feel with you. You can't do that. Because you're taking stuff that I don't want to do, literally.
Most humans do what you do.
That's fine. But guess what? I'm actually happy doing it. Like, it doesn't matter.
Happy or not.
That's the difference.
Happy or not. Most people do what you do and think they're happy doing it. And then they'll say, hey, I'm bored.
Okay.
How are you bored? Then that's when I come along, me being the one that's a jack of all trades, and says, did you grow something? No, I didn't.
Yeah, but why? I don't want to.
Right.
Did you not get that part?
I did it. That's why I'm saying what I'm saying. You don't want to, and then you go and say, oh, for all them, you say, but I will make you do it because I will pay you for it. No. Money's off the table when the world changes.
You still think there are other ways to get people to do stuff? Like, what is wrong with you?
Who's gonna make me do anything when I'm the jack of all trades, incapable of protecting myself?
It's been done already.
Who's gonna make me do?
It's been done already, and that's where you're seeming to forget that it's already been done.
You're right. It has been done. But it ain't gonna be done to me.
No.
Nobody
I already
gonna
cut
let
somebody's food.
you ain't got no money, and I got the jack of all trades. You working for me because guess what? I got vegetables, I got fucking eateries, and I got a shelter. You try to pay for it, but nobody's around. So now you homeless and fucking hungry. Who you coming to? Me, nigga.
Maybe.
No, it ain't me. Nigga, I'm your friend. You coming over here. Because what I'm gonna do is, nigga, get your ass over here, nigga. You know you need a fucking shelter. I got this guy bedroom. Get your ass over here, nigga. I ain't gonna let you starve. Get over here. Get over here.
You can teach me properly how to
Yes,
grow
I
something.
will, and I will.
But other than
I
that,
will. But here's the
but
thing.
I don't want to.
I know you don't want to, but here's the thing. Imagine not wanting to and knowing how to, though. Right? Like you could what do they say about the fish and shit? You can what do they say? You rather like guide somebody to or show them how to fish than to give them the fish themselves or something like that. I guess that's how it goes. Like
I don't know any
best thing to
fish.
do is to teach a person how to fish instead of just giving him fish. Because if I'm
Yeah,
not
something
around to
like
give you
that.
fish, how you gonna get the fish?
Yeah, I can't swim, so
Nigga. How many niggas you know fish in the water?
and some actually do.
No. We ain't catfishing, nigga. The niggas that catfish be in the water pulling shit out with their arm.
People.
Fishing you outside the water fishing. Come on, nigga.
Some people get boats and stuff like.
Okay. Well, all this shit being saying, this is how I know that I'm gonna survive in the future. And I'm gonna have to maintain the motherfuckers who have to depend on me for survival. So that means I'm gonna have stipulations. If you can't survive, if you can't grow nothing and you can't build nothing, guess what your next job is? Security, nigga. Immunizations. Either you gonna have to secure the block, or you have to listen to every word I say and follow the rules. And if that's the person you want to be, it's okay. That's the person you need to be. I'd rather have niggas that know how to do shit. But if you want to follow my rules, that's fine, because I'm gonna put you in position for you to be safe because you following the rules. Go protect this. Go do that. Go do that. I mean, nigga, hold up. Go do that too. Imagine how long that's gonna last before you try to take over my empire because you mad that I'm giving you all the motherfucking shit to do. See, that's why. You need to be an asset, because if you're not an asset, you're gonna end up being an ass and set up some bullshit for me to fail. That's human nature. I'm just saying. I know my whole thing is this, bro. Being a theories conspiring type person, I always know my surroundings. I always know the people I'm dealing with. You have to. And I also know how to survive. I can't be a theories conspiracy theory type person without knowing. Plain and simple. I know. I need to know everything.
I look horrible, and this is why I want to show my face.
You look horrible.
I look horrible. This is bad.
Horrible.
Gosh.
Cheers. Cheers to the two people watching.
Oh, man. I didn't drink today.
I did. I had to. And I'll be straight transparent. You know what I don't like? I don't like doing shows with people watching me in the background. You know what I mean? Like, I'm used to a room where I can develop. I don't have to, you know. It's kind of like it kind of fucks up your show. It does, you know what I mean? It kind of fucks up your show where you always gotta worry about something else that ain't your show. it's I'm just it's part of the business, man. It's really part of the business. And I think that's why my content has been like really limited, and I haven't really been on, because there's no time for me to just be on my shit. For me, there's always like background noise, baby, background eyes. Just background. Why are you back around? You know what I mean? Like, it's just what it is. Yeah, I understand, but I'm not used to it. That's the thing. I'm used to be able to just, but I guess it's a new day. It's a new age. I'd rather just have my me time to do this and not worry about like squealing and squeaking and just talking and eyes. It just takes away from the content. To be honest with you, because it's a worry. It's a worry thing.
So I would make a suggestion. maybe go back to a small green screen and
what green screen? It only makes images in the background. It doesn't take away from the background.
Well, maybe structure some time.
Ooh, that's barely. I'm working now, so that's barely. There's no time. There's no time. Not even on a motherfucking time. There's no time.
I don't know. I know there's gonna be some wild times.
Wild times. I am gonna bring back the All Natural Gym Show, where I'm just being me. But I'm gonna try to structure it a 30-minute joint. Each subject, like I'm gonna say, talk 30 minutes about women, 30 minutes about men, 30 minutes about my day, 30 minutes about a topic, and I'm gonna put it that way so it can be what it is. And then at the end of those 30 minutes spectrums, it's gonna be panel open. And let's see what it is, because I only got like the most time is 6 hours. I ain't got 6 hours all day to do nothing. Oh no, online. But I do want to do a structured joint. Would it just be staying to the status quo of what it should be, and then open up the panel, and that's when it's free time. But I really do need to do some structured shit. You know what I mean? Because I need, if I want to go further in this shit, I need my view hours, and then we're down, what I'm at, 730, and we need 3,000, bro. I got 27 to go.
27
No,
what?
no, 7. I got 23. 2,300 to go. That's a lot.
Minutes?
View hours.
Oh,
my subscription
not
is on point. My subscription is above what it's supposed to be. The viewing hours is low, low. And when we first started, all I needed was 500. And then when I got out, they added to be 3,000. I was like almost there.
Because
But then
people, they raised the bar
they raised the bar,
due
yeah.
to what people are doing.
Yo, I was
Because
right
they're making it,
when I
people
got
were
out.
making, it was easy to make the money with that.
Yep.
So they're making it harder for people to make the money. They're making you do
Well, here's
more
the thing. It's not even hard
for
because
less.
once you join a clan, they help you get your view hours.
Hmm.
And everybody's become monetized. Me, I ain't part of no fucking clan. And I refuse. Because y'all niggas suck. Like, them niggas suck. You gotta stick to a narrative. You gotta work for it. I'm not a work for a nigga motherfucker. They all working for niggas. And I understand that, you know, it's YouTube and you know, it could be a way to get paid quickly, but you know how we are. I'd rather know that we put the work in and got paid than to use a motherfucker to get paid because now all of a sudden, how you become savage? Oh, because of this person and this person. No, I became savage because of Savage. And that's the only reason why I haven't buckled down and got into no group shit. Because I could easily, hey, yo, Fatty, let me get down with the crew. And I monetized the next day. Nah, I'm good. I already built it from scratch. And half of the motherfuckers that I could have got down with are doing the shit that I've been doing. Right? Ooh. They just now doing the shit that I've been doing.
Oh, fucking. Oh, shit. That fucking back is on fire. Yo.
Yeah, man.
I was picking up anchors and shit. It's not like everybody.
I'm picking up mad sandwiches.
Anchors.
Sandwiches. How many anchors you pick up a day?
Oh, well, there was a couple 500 ones I was moving around, and then
500 ones or 500 times.
500-pound anchors, couple, you know,
like 2 or 3.
2. And then I was picking up just running around with a 50-pound one.
Can that equate to like 2,000 sandwiches?
Oh, anchors, actual anchors.
Anchors, yeah.
I work for a boating company. So just, you know, the anchors that you have to stick in the bottom to hold the boat. Yeah, for those things. So
yeah, you know, I got a boat.
Yeah, and maybe I could give you that anchor.
I need one. Mine broke.
Yeah, I'm not gonna give it to you. I have to actually pay for it. But I'm just
I need an anchor, nigga.
I'm gonna get you one. I know how to get you one at a discounted price.
No, I want a free motherfucking anchor, nigga.
I wish you could.
Ones they got rid of, like a used.
No, that's
Yeah,
they really don't have. I don't know. I can look see if there's any broken ones.
Got with the seaweed still on that motherfucker. All the barnacles and shells. I want that one.
If there's a fucked up one, but I'll have to check into that.
It's an anchor. It don't matter if it's bent or got some.
I said I got to check. I had to check into that because we do give away free stuff. I just got to know what free stuff that we can give away.
I gotta get my boat back in there. I'm trying to get my boat on the water this year, and I can't use the sails. I gotta turn it into a motorboat. A 30-foot motorboat.
I have to see. I have to see what we have out there. We do give away free stuff, like I said. So
you got to come to the boat this summer.
I can't swim.
Nigga, I said a boat. I said to the water.
So I'm gonna sit on a boat on dry land.
It's on the dock. It's in the water, but it's on the dock. If you fall, we got enough.
I can't swim.
Listen, we got enough stuff to help you up. Trust me, because 2 people fell already in the water, and
so that just automatically declined my invitation. 2 people falling in the water. The percentages are high.
No. It's not because of me or the boat. It's because they're dumbasses.
No, I just said the percentages are high.
Yeah, but are you dumb? Are you dumb? No, you're not dumb.
Under the influence, there might be some times when
first nigga, he decided to get super drunk and know that the boat was not next to the ladder and jump to the ladder. Splash.
No, I don't do dumb
the
shit
next
like that.
one was my son's friend, drunk as shit. Same scenario, drunk as shit. He think he could walk the dock, drunk as shit. And guess what? Splash.
No, I wouldn't do neither one of those.
But don't be drunk as shit.
No.
You coming to the boat this summer, nigga. You coming to the boat, man. You coming to the boat. You coming to the boat.
How many weeks was that happened?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
So that happened. The 2 people.
2 people
fell within how many? What was the time apart?
Months apart. Months apart.
Months.
Months. Oh no.
So this is
a month apart.
Yeah, that declines my invitation again. So that means that's one person. That's one person a month. One person a month is like they're batting 1,000 on people falling off the boat.
These 2 niggas was stupid, right? My son's friend, he's stupid. That's what you can't excuse. He's a dumbass. He gets drunk. He don't care about nothing. He just, hey, I'm about to fall. Okay, cool. He'll fall. The first one, I barely knew the nigga. A friend of mine brought him. He decided, hey, I could jump from a boat to a ladder. That's not popping. Because the boat moves when you jump. Splash Gordon.
Yeah.
You wouldn't even move, so you'd be good. You'd be like,
not going nowhere.
Water in between the ladder and the boat. Move the boat a little closer. You would say something like that. And then you would get on the motherfucking ladder, but get it out. You know what I mean? Like, you got to think about the mentality.
3 life vests.
Huh?
3 life vests and the kitty floaties on my arms.
I got 3 life vests on the boat. I got one of those little hooks. If you decide if you do fall, get far, reach out here, hold on to the hook. Get over there.
I need that shit. I need that shit around my ankle. That's that to the boat. I need a floaty jacket.
Like some. Give me some
I need the SpongeBob shits around my things.
Nigga, you
I'm gonna need everything. I'm gonna need everything.
I think you'll be fine. Everybody else is fine. Everybody else is fine.
Count them, 2 people.
two dumbass niggas. Listen, and you know how clumsy females are. Ain't none of them fell in the water.
They fell in too?
None of them. They created water. Oh, listen. They created water, but never fell in it.
I declines my invitation once again.
I decline the divine. I gotta work in the morning. I do like my job. And to be honest with you, I'm probably gonna take over. Because they don't understand how I am in the kitchen, bro. I really don't. And they already talk about, damn, you catch it on real fast. I already got a raise within a day.
I know what I'm doing tomorrow.
Golfing? And then being bored? Yes.
I won't be bored.
Hey, look.
I will not be bored.
Hold on, let me see if I can show you something, right?
I will not be bored tomorrow.
But right here, right? Guess what I have?
We got boxing coming on. Oh, Benavidez versus Ramirez tomorrow.
Guess what I have right here? 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 4 shelves. You hear me? Am I saying loud enough? I got 4 shelves of oxygen, natural resources that I developed from scratch, from a little seedling. I have plants growing that I planted. It's mind-boggling when you are able to be a plant, when you can plant things and they grow, and you see them continuously growing. It's like you're a dad of plants and watching them grow. I can't watch my own kids grow, but I'm gonna watch these goddamn plants grow.
Planted something before.
With him?
It's dead now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I got bud babies. I got cilantro, onions, spinach, cucumbers, tomatoes, beets, parsley, lettuce, and regular flowers. Nigga, this.
I planted flowers before.
Nobody want to hear about dead shit.
They're dead now.
That's what I'm trying to say. But it's alive. It's alive and still thriving. This is what I'm talking about. When I'm done playing Call of Duty, guess what I do? Oh, this Call of Duty's get really boring. Bored. Guess what I go and do? I do some natural shit. Check on my plants. Change the soil. Create liquids that purifies the soil. Nigga. When my girl be like, what can I do with these peppers? Like the seeds? I'm about to no. Guess what I can do? Make a plant. These potatoes. Guess what I can do? Make a plant. Let me throw it. No. Make a plant. I can grow. I'm an asset in the long run. I'm not on paper. I'm an asset, not on paper. So I'm the type of nigga, right? That when the apocalypse come, You should be like this. Where is he at? Because I guarantee he can help us survive or help me survive. Because that nigga knows a lot. And how to do a lot. They used to call him Jackson.
Why would my baby brother's an alien?
I can't really argue with that. But what I could say is they ain't growing no cilantro out of space.
You survive differently up there.
You need Tums down here.
Mm-hmm. That's why we just stay up there most of the time.
Yeah, that's why you light skin.
Mm-hmm. She's green skin.
Y'all in a different kind of weather.
Mm-hmm. Good stuff up there.
Horrid. Man, I gotta work. I'm under. Shut it down. We, to be honest with you, the conversation got a lot better when you came through, even though it was still good. When I was
woke up.
You still sleep.
Hell yeah, that's shit crazy.
Yeah, you still get bored. You still get bored. You still get bored. You're not all the way awake. You're not all the way awake.
I got so much to do tomorrow.
You ain't got shit. What you got to do when the world ends? Nothing.
I'm going with it.
I know. I'm not. That's the difference. I don't accept that, nigga. You like the world's ending. Bye bye, everyone. No. I'm like,
as soon as I see that water, I'm gonna be like this. Nigga can't swim.
As soon as I see that water, if there is water, because I'm like this. Snorkel, goggles, life jacket, let's go.
Those are the people. Those are for all the people who can swim. For me, I'm gonna sit down and just accept my fate.
Yo, just wear some balloons in your socks.
I do something. Them SpongeBob floaties is coming out.
Yeah, there you go. Get some floaties, you'll be all right.
That's all I got. So bad.
See?
I should have put on some makeup or something.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's starting to talk like his baby mom. The alien talk. He's like, that's the way she talked. Over Thanksgiving dinner, she was talking that way.
It was a wild week, man. But I survived it once again.
Yep. And the alien baby. You know why he survived it? Because the alien baby stays with us and not with him. It stays in the locked up area. Because I'll be honest with you, right? I'll be honest with you. If y'all see the baby act like this, over a grape, nah. Keep him in the cage. If you see baby act like this, because you told him to say hi, because you told it to say hi, no.
Why would you upset him?
Who upset who? That baby was an upset baby regardless. That is an upset baby. We gave him blocks, as you can see, Superman toys, as you can see, all that in a spacious room. And guess what he did? Guess what the fuck he did? Andrew on the motherfucking walls. Andrew
He's not expanding his mind.
He just
not trying to expand his mind.
Them shits.
He's already surpassed that level of what you're giving him.
What is he doing?
He's already surpassed that level mentally and.
Are you my daddy?
That's what he keep asking us. How the fuck is he mentally sound? He don't know who his daddy is. Knowing it's you,
He
'cause
knows
y'all
who
look
his
alike.
daddy is.
Y'all look alike. Of course he knows who that is. But he keeps
He's
asking,
mine. He's supposed to.
"Oh, my mama."
I'm glad he ain't green like his mama.
I'm glad he ain't green like his mama too, because that look like what a talking ass, booger ass, face ass nigga.
More like a more like like powder almost.
What thing ass nigga.
I think I'm gonna go watch that. I think I'm gonna go watch Powder.
All right, I'm about to leave you where you stand. So that being said, he's about to go watch Powder. I'm about to watch Toast. And I'm a man about mine. So Powder Toast Man coming up.
That is really good though. Really good. Confection powder and toast on bread. Really good.
How do I say goodbye to them sandwich ass niggas? All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of Steve's bullshit. He's tired. So you know what the fuck he's talking about, right? You know how tired niggas don't know what the hell he's talking about. That's not theories conspired. It's a fact. When niggas get tired, they start saying anything. And luckily, I've been drinking, so I haven't gotten to that tired saying anything yet. I'm like 5 minutes away from it though, because I'm about to go to bed. I gotta work. I'm about to say where the meatballs at when the bread with the yeast.
Ooh.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Look at him. Look at him. Nice skin niggas don't even look right when they sleepy.
I told you I look ugly right now. Got me on this camera looking great.
That nigga said right now. That nigga said right now. He said you got him looking ugly right now. Like that nigga ain't usually ugly.
What? We know that ain't true.
That nigga took his usual ugly and turned it into right. Holy shit. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to Theories Conspired with my great host, my light-skinned friend, Steve Heck. which brings a great perspective to the show. But now it's time to tell Area 51 we are done with the files. So come scoop up the ones that we did not use and drop off some more, because there's plenty of files when there's theories inspired.
I get